Even though I killed the ghost, there's still room to debate. It's either Jordan or LeBron who being labeled the great. If you hungry for the smoke, then come and get you a plate. Cause some rock with LBJ and some giving them hate. Come tune into the show, cause we bout to get into it. Jordan is the GOAT. But now it's time to prove it.
You already know. We back again. What's going on? Man, got a good show for y'all. Myself, Abaya Israel, and the two coaches, Coach Scott, Coach J.O., you know, the best coaches.
What's going on?
The best coaches.
What it do?
You know what I mean? Hey, listen. We got a pretty interesting show. Interesting show. Live stream. You know, this is only our third live stream ever. I mean, we had a pretty good live stream, you know, last time we went live, and it was about a little over 100 folk in here, you know what I mean? Yeah, I said folk. A little over 100 folk in here. And looking to do the same, you know what I'm saying? So if you're watching, hey, go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button. Make sure you share. All right? We're pretty much still in our infancy stages. So there's a lot of people who don't even know about the channel, and then when they watch the channel, they're like, man, I didn't even know y'all existed. I like y'all content, so I'm gonna subscribe. So when y'all hit that like button and subscribe, and make sure you share the content, well, guess what? That helps other people find the channel, and we can have some discussions. And listen, don't not hit the like button because you don't agree with my opinion, or Coach Scott's opinion, or Coach J.O.'s opinion. Come on, man. Do not hit the like button for that reason.
Show some love.
Yeah, show some love. It's okay to disagree. And we're not haters if we don't disagree. We don't agree with what you're saying. You know what I mean? And you're not a hater if you don't disagree. If you disagree with what we saying. So hit that like button, subscribe button. And before we get too far in there, check this out. All right. I want to encourage everybody to make sure join the chat. We're going to drop the link in the description section. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and join the chat. You know, give us your thoughts. Give us your opinions. Let us know, you know what I'm saying, what you think about, you know, the subject matter. If you got another subject maybe you want to bring up, by all means. Also, too, if you want to support the stream, the platform, the Cash App is pinned up top in the chat. I mean, we definitely appreciate the super chats as well. But, you know, I think YouTube take like 40% of that, I think, or something like that. So listen, you know, but yeah, make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Coach Scott, what you got?
No, man, I was just saying, we are your favorite cousin you love to disagree with. That's all. It's all love, man. We your favorite cousin that you love to disagree with. That's it.
Speak for yourself, Coach. Speak for yourself.
Man, don't nobody like. I don't even like sometimes what you be saying, man. Don't nobody
Speak for yourself, dog. Speak for yourself.
Well, they might be agreeing with you tonight, Coach Scott. I think they're going, or some of them going to agree with you.
Such is life.
Say again.
Such is life.
I got you. So yeah, subject matter. Did Bronny James silence the critics? Did he shut the haters up? I don't. Listen, let's make this clear before we start talking, all right? Let's make this clear. This is not a LeBron hate show. This is not a Bronny James bashing show, all right? That is not even the point of us even doing the show. I see somebody said, watch these haters make excuses. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know. Coach J.O., you know what that means?
No, I don't. But if they call in, they can explain what they mean.
Yeah. Well, not call in, join the platform. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and just drop the link in the chat. So in the event they want to join, let me get that link and drop that in the chat real quick. Give me 1 second. Just in case you want to join the platform, you know what I mean? Give us your thoughts. But until then, Bronny James, Coach Scott, you think he bounced back? You think he proven his critics, or as y'all like to say, the haters wrong?
No, absolutely not, man. I think if Bronny James is going out night in, night out and trying to prove people wrong that don't play the game, right or wrong about his game, I think that he's defeating himself before he starts. But I definitely see some work Bronny's been in the gym and Bronny's been staying after, because a lot of his routine shots, like I was explaining in the last live I said, what happens when Bronny starts getting his roll and he starts shooting 43, 45, 50% from the field? What does that look like? And that's all it is, man. It's just reps and repetitions and getting comfortable. And now, those 3-point games, 4-point games, no point games, now they turn into something because the repetition, the muscle memory is starting to be created. Is he beating the world? No, absolutely not. He's playing good basketball right now. He's building his confidence, and that's the main thing. And again, he's creating muscle memory. He's getting great reps in, and he's becoming a better basketball player. I'm not going to say a better NBA professional. No, he's still in the G League. I understand that, and I hope Bronny fans understand that. I hope LeBron fans understand that. He's still in the G League, but he's catching his stride. Like I was saying, he's got way more basketball in front of him than he has behind him, but his back-to-back performances of 12 and 13 show that he's getting muscle memory. But I know I'm going to be disagreed with, because Coach J.O., he just like to disagree.
Well, let me say this before Coach J.O. jump in that. It ain't even about disagreeing, because this whole Bronny James situation or this Bronny James conversation wasn't even about. It really wasn't about him. He was just caught in the middle of it. You know what I mean? And so to whoever young disciples is when he says, "Watch these haters make excuses." That means you were following all of the conversations of the other platforms. And again, we still in our infancy, so I can't blame you. But we kind of took a different. Well, let me speak for myself. I took a different approach. My approach was, it wasn't so much Bronny James, because I told you I kind of felt bad for him. I thought he was caught in the middle of all this, right? It wasn't that. It was your daddy. Now you can't. Hey,
you terrible, man. You're terrible,
man. Hey,
listen. You're terrible, dude.
I'm finna cook a little bit. So it was his daddy, and the reason I said it was his daddy because they talk about, well, what about the first pick? What about that pick? What about this pick? They didn't do as well. Well, them picks ain't how their daddy's telling everybody that they was better than all the players or some of the players on League Pass. That's what did it. And what I can't understand, and Coach, let me slide it to you. What I can't understand is how the fans, the LeBron fans and the Bronny fans and all the fanatics over there, why they can't see that that's the point. Now, had LeBron said nothing, Bronny comes in and he does, okay, cool. It's not that big of a deal. Am I wrong by that?
No, you're not wrong at all. But again, look who we're dealing with. We're talking about LeBron James fans. You're talking about some of the most delusional people to walk the face of the earth ever. I'm sorry. I don't know any other way to put it.
Be careful, okay? Coach JL. Be careful.
I can't. Isn't it like it's the truth?
That's
I don't know
facts,
what else
man.
to say.
That's fact.
Okay. Now think about this, right? I don't even think LeBron James fans are even fans of Bronny, because they have eyes, right? They have eyes. They can see it.
True that.
It's just that Bronny is attached to LeBron, and they feel like anytime somebody is criticizing Bronny, they're criticizing LeBron. So it's not like they care that people are criticizing Bronny. LeBron James fans doesn't care about Bronny. They care about LeBron. So the fact that Bronny is getting attacked, they feel like LeBron is getting attacked. So again, like you just said, Baya, Bronny is just in the middle of it. He's a casualty right now. He's a casualty.
It's a casualty.
He is.
But hold on now, Coach. Hold on now. We were just having a conversation about, obviously what triggered most people is and what sparked this to my understanding.
Wait, Coach Scott, my bad for cutting you off. Let me say this. I didn't go over this before. We just had, we got one person joining the platform to give his take on, as always. So listen, for those, if you're coming up to join the conversation, let me just lay down the ground rules real quick. I like to run a tight ship so we can make sure it's organized and everybody can get their points out, get a chance to talk. All right. So we're going to give you 2 minutes to get your point across. All right. And after you get your 2 minutes, me and the coaches, if need be, we're going to say our responses or rebuttal. And after that, we can kind of go back and forth. But initially, you'll have 2 minutes to say what it is you have to say. Keep your eyes on the screen because your 2 minutes will start start right there. All right. After that, you had time to speak. After we finish the conversation, go ahead and just exit stage left. We appreciate you joining us, but we want to make sure we have the platform open, so just in case others want to come up here as well and, you know, give us a piece of what they're thinking as well. But go ahead and finish your thought, Coach Scott. Then we're gonna get Gary in here.
Okay, cool beans. No, I was just Coach Jo and I were having a conversation, and I think to my understanding, what sparked all of this was a tweet. What sparked all of it was a tweet and confidence in one NBA All-Star's son. And Coach Jo has a nephew that plays ball, which is showing skills, right? And it's exciting. It's super exciting. If you're an uncle, you're a father, you're whatever it is, you know, and you get a chance to impart any type of wisdom into a youth, and they go out and they can immediately apply it, but then they show you things that you've never seen before, you become proud. You instantaneously become proud. And Coach Jo, as he should have, you know, gave his nephew big props, big ups. And I was like, hey, Coach, let me ask you, what's the difference? And, you know, we were having this conversation before we kicked off. So, you know, Coach Jo, you know, all love. I just wanted to hear what you felt was the difference between your admiration and love for your nephew and LeBron's admiration and his love for his son, and what you both thought or think about the parties involved.
The difference is, right, I'm not using my nephew, right, as a casualty pawn to boost up my legacy, right? Now, would my nephews hold on, would my nephews going to the NFL or playing professional sports or playing Division I sports make me look good because I'm the one that has trained them since birth? Yes, it would. But it would stop there, right? It would stop there. I'm not using them though. The plan isn't to put them out for my legacy, right? I wouldn't throw them in the fire full of wolves and I know they're not ready just to boost up my legacy because maybe I'm playing 1 year or 2 years more in the NBA. So I want to make sure that I'm the first player in NBA history to play alongside his son, to make me look like I'm better than Michael Jordan, even though I'm chasing this ghost. Even though I'm chasing this ghost that I would never, ever catch, I'm going to use my son for it. I wouldn't do that. That's the difference. That's the big difference, okay? As well as this. If my nephews, through my promotion of them or my propping them up, faces criticism from others, I'm not going to be, hey, this is just a kid, leave them alone, which they are actually kids and they're not an adult, a legal adult making millions of dollars.
I agree.
I'm not going to say those things.
Right.
Listen, okay. I don't know. I think when we keep saying the kids, now let's say that same kid went to Kroger and he got a job at Kroger, right? And he's 19. Let's say he started messing up. He started making mistakes. Let's say he told the people he had experience, he has no experience, right? Are they gonna be like, oh, he's just a kid, let him ride, or are they gonna fire him after so many warnings? Which will it be?
Coach Scott, fire him. They're gonna fire him.
So now we're talking about a job where you make multiple millions, right? Come on, man. What we talking about? Let me get Gary in here real quick.
Get Gary.
Go ahead and respond, then I'm gonna get Gary. You go ahead and respond, then I'm gonna get Gary in here.
Yeah, because I want to get your feedback on that. That was you know, it's his sixth or seventh game he's coming up on. He's got way more basketball ahead of him than he does behind him. So, in the respect to allowing him to see the byproduct, to be fair, the G League ain't even over.
We got
he hasn't had time enough to win or lose. he's just getting his sea legs under him. That's my opinion.
Listen, I hear you. Let's get Gary in real quick. All right. Hey, Gary, we're coming to you. But remember, when you get on here, you start talking. We'll give you 2 minutes, myself and the coaches, to respond to you. I'm asking everybody else to stay on mute until it's your time to speak. And after, you had your time to speak, go ahead. We'll get you off. And if you want to come back on later, we'll do that. But Gary, welcome to the platform. What's your thoughts? Did Bronny James silence his critics, a.k.a. haters, what y'all call them? Or is he still walking down that road trying to prove himself?
The butcher is in the house.
Bruh, listen, jump right to the point. We ain't doing no introductions.
Bronny James is still going down a long road because just like the Bible says, they will hate you. Your own brother will hate you. That's going to happen regardless. They're going to hate Bron anyway. And so we're going to put everything on Bron. But nobody mentioned how LA made $50 million off of Bronny's jersey. $50 million. But we're going to say that Bron got him there. I bet you any amount of money, if people knew they would have got 50 million off of his jersey. The Lakers know what they're doing. They about money and views. It was not Bron's choice. They is using the boy as a pawn to get paid. But we ain't gonna say nothing about the Lakers organization. We ain't gonna say anything about the Lakers organization.
Okay. That's it? Cause you still got a minute. Got 60 seconds.
Oh, I still got a minute. So J.O., he always come and be talking about the LeBron fans and LeBron did this. Hey, LeBron, he's supporting his son. And he know, the organization, they're going to use him. They're going to use his son. They're going to get paid. We ain't going to say nothing about them. Bronny, all we got to do is just let the boy play. Let the boy shine. If he going to make it, he going to make it. If he not, he not. We know the NBA got players in there now who's not NBA ready at all. Patrick Beverly, right now, I would take Bronny over Beverly right now. And his
Beverly
dad was
who?
right. It's Patrick Beverly. I would take him over Giannis' brother right now. I would take him over DeAndre Jordan.
Hold on, let him finish his point. He got 5 seconds.
Hold on.
Let him finish his point. Let him finish his point, Coach. He got 5 seconds. Okay. Finish out your point.
So Bron, he was right. It's players who should not be in the league right now. They in the league, but J.O. mad about it.
All right. So listen, the clock is on the screen when you're talking that 2 minutes, Gary, but your time expired. Coach said something like he wanted to respond. Now, I'm curious to see what he's going to say because I always thought he was on your side. What you got, Coach?
No, I just wanted clarity on something. You're talking about Patrick Beverly, like Pat Beverly that used to play with the Lakers? Pat Beverly?
Yeah. Pat
Beverly, yes, yeah.
You'll take Bronny over him right now?
I would take Bronny over him right now. I would take him over him right now.
Okay.
It's an upside to Bronny and it's a downside to Beverly.
Yikes. I'm gonna say yikes on that. I'm
Even Coach Scott saying yikes on that one. Hey, I got a question for you, Gary. Now, you said LA made 50 mil off his jersey and LA is exploiting him, and as if that was one of the most ridiculous statements I heard. Now, did they make money off the jersey? Of course, he's there. They're going to sell the jersey, and of course, all the LeBron fans are running out to buy the jerseys. Awesome, 50 million, make that money. Hey, Bronny, do your thing. What we are saying, and you came in here with the Bible says it's gonna be young people who hate you and all that. Come on, Pat, that's a load of bull. That's a load of bull. And let me tell you why that's a load of bull. Because yet again, I want to just go on over here and I want to show y'all something. Matter of fact, that's not the image I want. Hold on one second. This is the one I want right here. This is the one I want. Now, remember that's June 27th at 11:35 p.m. That's my Facebook page. Saying I'm not going to lie. I'm not mad at LeBron for getting Bronny in the league. I personally don't think he's ready. That's all I'm saying. I personally don't think he's ready. But even if my son wasn't ready, but I can get him a big payday and he never has to work again, I'll do it too. This by no means has anything to do with the GOAT case. Please don't start that nonsense. But I ain't mad at for a brother for beating a system that beat us for 400 to 500 years. So what I'm saying is, and when I did that, I'm cooking on this. I'm finna cook you real quick, Gary. Bruh, how is it that we're hating this man? Simply just saying his game ain't ready. That's all. And let me ask you a quick question. If a restaurant owner, and I'm gonna pass it back to the coaches, if a restaurant owner went around and advertised, man, I got the best food around here. My food is better than 25, 50%, 70% of the restaurants around here. Then you go to the restaurant to check the food out and it's trash. And you say it's trash. Like, hey man, this ain't good food. And the restaurant owner start putting up these narratives that you just a hater. Would that be fair?
No, it's not fair.
That's exactly what y'all doing, though. It was advertised.
That's not what I'm doing.
It was exactly what you're doing. It was advertised that Bronny James was going to be on a certain level. Now here's what y'all keep forgetting, right? Y'all like to say everybody else haters, but did y'all not take it as LeBron hating on the other NBA players, right? When he said his son, who didn't even average more than 4 points in the game, is a better player than them, and they're supposed to be professionals. Is that not LeBron hating on those players? Did we ever stop to think about that? And I remember Coach Scott said, did y'all ever see who played on that night? I took the time to go look and see who was playing March 6, 2023. It was the Celtics and the Cavs. We know we got 3 superstars on those 2 teams. Like, they ain't even counting all the rest of the stars or excellent role players. Bucks and Wizards was playing, Sixers and Pacers, the Blazers and Pistons, Hawks and Heat, Raptors and Nuggets, Pelicans and Kings. Need I say more? So was it not LeBron hating on those players? A Jason Tatum, a Jaylen Brown.
I don't think it's hating. No, I don't think it's hating.
Well, no. Hold on. This is what I'm saying though. Ain't none of it's hating, Coach Scott. That's the whole point I'm trying to prove. It's them just giving their opinions.
Was it a fact? Was it a fact?
No, it wasn't. So it's an opinion.
So it's not a fact that we got players in the league right now that Bronny is better than right now, and we got players in the league right now who should not be in the league. So you're saying that that's not a fact?
What I'm saying
that's not
is
a fact.
what
Coach Jail saying that's not a fact.
I'm saying it's not a fact either. But what I'm saying is the point I'm trying to make, because you're a master at subtly moving the goalposts. The point I'm talking about is this, right? The point I'm talking about is this. It was LeBron's opinion that his son was better than players he was watching on League Pass, right? That's subjective.
Do you have proof of that?
Do I have proof of what? It's subjective?
Of him saying that his son is better than NBA players.
Oh my God! Did y'all, Coach Ayo?
Did he say?
We serious?
Garrett, stand down, bro.
Some NBA players.
Garrett,
did he
stand
say
down.
some NBA players?
Garrett, stand down.
Even Coach Scott tell you to stand down.
Or did he say NBA players? I just want the proof, dog. People do a lot of talking to make a nerd.
Listen. So here's what I want to tell the audience real quick. This is Gary. This is by far the most delusional person I've ever met in my life. And everybody who's seen LeBron tweet this is why we say this. Now, you see when I say he's a master at trying to subtly move the goalposts? Or did he say NBA players? Or did he say some NBA players? You see what I'm saying? All right, let's go with some, Gary. Even by him saying he's better than some NBA players, right? Is that not LeBron hating on those players? Because all we saying is about Bronny is Bronny ain't ready to play. His game ain't there yet. That's hating, according to y'all. So is that hating from LeBron? Because it's subjective.
Not hating because it's a fact. It's not hating because it's a fact.
Do you have proof of that? Do you have proof?
I have proof that I got people right now on my page, like 10 people who have said right now, Bronny is better than Patrick Neville. Bronny is better than
that makes
Ben
it a fact.
Simmons.
Are you serious?
Bronny is better than the Giannis brother right now. He said some NBA players. It's a fact.
So, because people on your Facebook page said it. Wait. Because people on your Facebook page said that made it a fact.
So, just because you said it's not a fact?
Bruh, that's absolutely horrible. That's really horrible, bro.
It's the same, though. It's the same. I
That's
take
horrible.
their judgment over yours. If
But
I
listen,
got
it's
five people that said
Gary,
you got one.
Gary, listen. The thing is, I said it's not a fact. I said it's subjective. It's an opinion. You're the one saying it's a fact. So you say you take their judgment over mine. I don't really give a damn. But what I'm saying to you is, I never said that. And I'm trying to show you by saying stuff like that. When we say Bronny game ain't that good or he's not playing well, y'all say, well, we hating. Okay, cool. We're hating. So when LeBron James is criticizing other players in the league, saying that his son, who's not even averaging 4 points a game at the time, is better than them, is that not him hating on those players, those professional NBA players? Is that not him criticizing and judging their game?
Was he telling the truth? That's all I'm trying to figure out. I go by
Hell,
truth
were
or
we
lie.
telling the truth?
If-
Were we
If
lying
he
on
telling the
Bronny?
truth,
Did we lie on Bronny
when? About what?
when he wasn't doing nothing in the summer league?
No, it was the truth. That doesn't mean you're
But
not
yeah.
a hater.
Oh, okay, then is LeBron a hater?
He might be a hater, but I never seen.
Let's get that brother a hand applause, because that's the closest you're gonna ever hear him get to telling the truth.
Say everything negative about NBA players. He said one criticism. One. You have about 40, 50 things you said about Bron, even false accusations. And
All right,
J.O.
cool.
stand by you
I don't
even
know
when
about
you're
the
not
false
telling the
accusation.
truth. So that
All
makes
right.
you a hater because you have more than 10 things. Bron
All
right,
has
cool,
one
cool.
thing.
About
Bron
it.
has one thing. Now he hates the NBA players. You have
About-
100 things.
Let's let Coach J.O. get in here. Then we're gonna get James on here as well.
Listen, Coach Scott and the body, y'all, you have to agree with me on this, and the audience can as well. What did I just say about 10 minutes ago? This isn't even about Bronny. They don't care about Bronny.
They don't.
They do not care about Bronny. This is about LeBron James and LeBron James only. And these guys feel as if LeBron James's quote unquote throne is being attacked when Bronny is being criticized. They don't actually care about Bronny. They don't actually care about the young man.
They really don't.
They feel
They
like
really don't.
LeBron is being attacked. So since LeBron is being attacked, we have to defend Bronny. But he don't care about Bronny. You just heard him for about 15 minutes straight. All he talked about is hating on Bron, hating on Bron, hating on Bron, hating on Bron.
It's a byproduct though, man. I mean, some stuff is a byproduct. Be fair. Come on now. You understand a person talking about my son or my child is talking about me inadvertently. Come on now.
But do you?
Basically.
But this is the thing. Do LeBron James fans actually care about Bronny? That's the thing.
In respect to what though, Jo? It's a lot
In
of
respect to him, do y'all actually care about Bronny? Do you actually really believe what you're saying, or are you just trying to defend LeBron? Because he don't really believe this guy that Bronny can actually play in the NBA today. Patrick Beverly was playing in a playoff game. He was getting playoff minutes. And you
And
mean to
getting
tell
cooked.
me
And he's
Bronny
getting
is a
cooked.
better player than a guy that's
He was
getting
missing
playoff
open threes and
minutes?
getting
We
cooked.
gotta
now
stop.
y'all about to have
stop,
y'all about
dog.
to have a different
Hold
conversation.
on. Let's hold on. Mute up, Gary. Let's get James in here. James, we're gonna give you 2 minutes. Go ahead and give us your thoughts on the subject matter. Now, the subject matter, I want to make sure we understand this. This is not about saying Bronny's. We're probably one of the only platforms who hasn't said Bronny was trash when he was playing poorly. Of course, he's played better over the last couple games. But the point is, you say give me like 2 minutes in the chat. That's all everybody get. I got it. That's all. Not a second more. The point is this, right? I want you to respond to the point. The point is this. It's the reason Bronny is. Oh, give you 2 minutes before you can get on. All right. Well, the reason Bronny is being criticized so heavily, it's not because people like say, "Oh, that's LeBron James' son," so therefore y'all just hating. No, if you go to any business in America and let them advertise you something, and you go to get that product, and that product is not what was advertised. How many times have you like, oh, this is bad business, bad advertising? You do it all the time. Now this man's advertising his son to be on a certain level and better than NBA players. Not only better than NBA players, better than some NBA players, as Coach J.O. pointed out, who have been playoff tested, right? Even championship tested. And you said he's better than some of those players. Okay, cool. Let's see Bronny play. And then when Bronny's not showing that, people are simply saying, hey, look, LeBron, he's not that good. Hey, look, LeBron fans, he's not that good. Y'all haters. We're not hating on him. We're just simply responding to the message that went out. Coach Scott, what's so wrong with that? How are we going overboard?
In fairness, nothing's wrong with it. If it was a message that went out in the earth, people can respond to it the way they feel like. But here's what I'm saying. I think that the association is kind of misplayed and unfair. Because if they are critiquing Bronny on a statement that went out almost 2 years ago, that's like, what? That's insane. But at the same time, the critique of Bronny, like Coach J.O. is saying, the critique ain't for Bronny. The critique for Bronny is for his father.
So how is it unfair? Go ahead, Coach J.O.
No, I'm trying to see where he's coming from as well about it. Like explain explain that.
Because I would have thought he would have got better over those 2 years and not even stayed the same or gotten worse.
And it hasn't been 2 years, Coach. That's disingenuous. That's March 2023. It's not almost 2 years.
Okay. You can't say I'm being disingenuous by saying 2 years. Like, come on now.
March 2023.
Okay, great.
Is it a way we can read this statement?
Adam Hurley, why don't you come join the platform? Because he keep typing. You're not saying he's not that good. You're hating the living S out of him. Like, Adam, drop one thing in the comment. Oh, come on up here. The link. Let me drop the link again. So if y'all want to come on here and have the conversation, I'm putting the link in the chat. But if you refuse to come on the platform, drop one thing inside the chat to say that we hate it. What's one thing you've heard us say to hate? This ain't a LeBron bashing show like y'all like to make it out to be, a Bronny bashing show. We're simply telling you what we see. Nobody has talked about Bronny in a negative light on this show. Again, we're one of the few platforms who hasn't said he was trash when he's playing bad. We're like one of the few.
But
one of the few.
Why hasn't any of the LeBron James fans addressed the elephant in the room? And that's holding his father accountable for what he said. That's the thing I want.
Read
that's too much.
Slow down, and I will. This is March. This is March.
Gary,
3rd.
mute your mic.
I mean, March 6th, 2023. Man, Bronny definitely better than some of these cats I've been watching on League Pass today. This SHIT is lightweight hilarious.
Exactly.
And that's the truth.
Exactly. So here's the thing, though. Like Adam Hurley, I just asked him, I said, what do we say about Bronny that was hate? He said his response was, well, what do you see in Bronny then? He just asked me a question. This is what they do. Come on, Adam. Let's be real. There was no answer to the question. There was nothing you can say because we have never said anything hating on Bronny. We've never said anything negative about Bronny on the channel. Matter of fact, we've even stayed away from covering episodes about Bronny on this channel. So let's keep it 100, all right? Let's keep it 100. I need you to give me the first thing negative that we said about him. James, you ready? If you're ready, you can come off mute. You can give you 10 minutes. Go ahead and lay down your thought process on, is Bronny living? Is he silencing his critics? And also throw in there too, how are we hating by simply saying what LeBron said wasn't true? Please let us know.
Okay, I'll say I don't think it's possible to silence haters at all. They always gonna find something to hate about. His father's arguably one of the greatest players to ever play the game, and people still find things to hate on him about. So you can't silence haters. They just exist.
Right.
My second thing is I think we only can compare Bronny to the people that are within or around where he was drafted at. And if you look at those players, I mean, I think only the guy that was drafted right above him is playing better than him. And he was drafted like 4th to the last position. So that's a developmental prospect, which is what I think everyone thought he was and what he was going to be. I think he exceeded our expectations, actually. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people are just fans of him because they saw him grow up, just like LaMelo Ball and the Ball brothers. A bunch of people are just fans of them because they saw them grow up. So I think, I do think that there's a bit of truth to that. I don't think when you say some of these guys, you mean the starters or even the rotational players. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what games was being played that day, so I can't go back and look and see if there was some dirt minutes for some scrubs to get out there and play. But we know that the end of the bench guy, we're talking about the guys that don't even suit up sometimes that are still part of the NBA, 13th, 14th, 15th position on the bench. A lot of them guys on two-way contracts, G League call-ups and things like that. I do think just from what I've seen in Summer League that Bronny's better than some of those guys. Not, again, rotational or starters. But I wouldn't say y'all hating, though. But the only element of hating I would see is no one is talking about Bronny's actual play and what he's doing on the court. We're talking about his dad, you know. That's where I think the problem lies. I mean, granted who his dad is, okay, but if he's going out there on the court his first 2 games, he didn't play well. The last 2 games, he played great to be the 55th pick.
All right,
in the
that's
draft.
2 minutes.
All right.
Now listen. I'll give you the games that was played that day. It was the Celtics and the Cavs. You know who played for those teams. You got Bucks and Wizards. You got 76ers and the Pacers, the Blazers and the Pistons, Hawks and the Heat, Raptors and the Nuggets, Pelicans and the Kings. Now, again, I do appreciate the fact that you're being honest. I wouldn't say y'all hate him because we haven't said anything negative about him. But you say one thing you did say I want to question is that you say, well, people are not critiquing his game. They're critiquing his dad. They're critiquing what his dad said because of his game. Because what your daddy said now, because he wasn't specific. He ain't say the trash players. He ain't say the ones who coming out the bench at it. He just said better than some of these players. That's left up to interpretation. That's what LeBron James doing. You know it as a LeBron James fan. What does he do? He send out cryptic tweets. You got to guess what he's talking about. He kind of lets you know what he's talking about, but leave himself enough wiggle room to wiggle out of it when he gets negative feedback. Y'all know what's going on. And it's like, what kills me is what Coach J.O., when he said it earlier, when do y'all hold him accountable? For example, like the hourglass clock, Coach Scott, what did that mean? What do you think that meant? Hold on, before you go for it, what did that hourglass clock mean?
I don't know. Time was running out. Time was running in. I don't know.
For who
time
though?
Get something to eat. Time for a water break.
Upside down hourglass clock. Time was running in. That's what we talking about. We say disingenuous. That's not even a real answer. But everybody knew what it meant. Everybody knew what it meant. Did he go back and delete it?
Everybody speculated. Everybody didn't know what it meant except for LeBron James. But what I'm saying is
exactly what I mean.
What I'm saying is you just said that you people are not critiquing Bronny. They're critiquing his father based on his thought process. Well,
that's literally not what I said.
Could you repeat yourself, please?
I said people are critiquing his father because of his game. They're looking at his game and then looking at what LeBron said. I didn't say they weren't critiquing Bronny. They're critiquing his father's statement because of their critiquing his son's game. They're looking at what you said and looking at what they're seeing. They're looking at what you advertise and looking at what they received and saying it's not true.
Okay, and we can say that about any avenue of anything in any part of the day.
But we're talking about Bronny.
As it pertains to Bronny, again, yes, he has not been playing well, but as of late, it seems as if the kid has a little bit more confidence in his actual abilities. He's playing with a lot more confidence. He's playing with a lot more movement, and you can see that he's been putting in extra work. It's clear to me. Clear.
No one's saying anything about that, bro, Coach. That's not what we're talking about. But listen, Young Disciple says, bro, he wasn't propping up Bronny, ? He was highlighting how sorry whatever team he was watching. No. So let's read exactly what he said. Man, Bronny, man, Bronny definitely better than some of these cats, not some of these teams. Bronny is definitely better than some of these cats I've been watching on League Pass today. S is lightweight hilarious. Now, Adam Hurley said, so he can't shoot the 3. Big effing what? Well, wasn't they big compared to a 3-and-D guy?
Yep.
Coach J.O.?
Yep.
I mean, so he definitely was. Oh, go ahead.
But if he can't shoot the 3 and if he's been compared to a 3-and-D guy, why would Adam Hurley say so he can't shoot the 3? Big effing whoop. What you mean? That's why they say they got him.
I don't know why Adam Hurley said that, but at the end of the day,
because he's a LeBron fan.
At the end of the day, again, like I said the other night to Coach J.O., what happens when his shots start to fall? And this is the byproduct of repetition and additional work, getting muscle memory. And now, if he continues this, then what do we say? Then do we say he's a formidable NBA player? Or
yes, if he continues to build and grow, yes, that's not a problem. I don't think anybody has an issue with that. The issue is the disrespect that LeBron issued out, and then now when we're looking at it, y'all trying to cover the steps. That's the biggest problem. He put the pressure on Bronny, not nobody else. He did that, and y'all doing it too. James, Cassell, and Gary, y'all all doing it.
I got a list of players right now.
Wait.
I got a list of players right now that got 0 averages.
I would say
that
if he was playing, if the Bucks was playing that day, and Thanos stepped on the court, I think I agree with the brother earlier. I would say I would prefer Bronny on my team than him. I think that when we talk about
not fair.
These children of professional athletes, they often tend to overachieve most of the time because they grew up with a game more geared towards the professional game than they did geared towards college games or high school games, because they grew up playing with professional athletes a lot of times. And but I'll say that again. If Thanos was playing and he was looking at that and saying, man, I think Bronny better than him, and you say it's cryptic and it could be anything, I would say maybe he was looking at someone like him go out there and try to dunk a wide open dunk and, the ball fly to half court because he missed it.
James. You got some, Coach J? Go ahead, Coach J.
Because I want to know. Let's just say that was Giannis's brother. Would LeBron be hating on Giannis's brother then, or would he just be telling the truth?
Well, I never said y'all were hating.
No, I get it. I'm just asking a question. Would LeBron James be hating or telling the truth?
I think that he would be telling the truth.
Okay, so when someone looks at Bronny's game and say, dude, you're not NBA ready. You don't have an NBA skill set. Is that hating or that's just telling the truth? Like there's literally no evidence, not in high school, not in college, to suggest that Bronny is ready for the NBA. There's literally no evidence that exists. None.
I think his last 2 games should be counted as evidence, and the fact that he had a better summer league than the Finals MVP standing right now.
I want to give Bronny.
I think that's enough to say he at least deserved to be in the league.
I want to give Bronny a shout out for them last 2 games because I think he definitely did step up to the plate. I'm not going to say that's enough to prove it, though. I want to say that you do see him. That is definitely potential of him growing. I can't say he's ready for the league. He should be in, and that proves it. But I want to shout him out, Bronny James. Shout out to Bronny James for actually coming back, getting himself together, and looking like a better developmental player than what we've been seeing. But James, quick question. When I said earlier, and I'm going to pass the ball back to the coaches, when I said earlier that you guys, Gary, James, LeBron fans, you guys make it harder. Not only the tweet that LeBron sent out, but you guys make it harder for LeBron than for Bronny than, us. And the reason I say that is this, because what you guys do now that he's made a couple shots, first thing you start doing is posting pictures of Jaylen Brown, the Finals MVP, next to Bronny James, and look at their stats. They're the same. Trae Young, look at their stats. They start the same way. And now that's just giving people more of something to look at. Okay, you're right. They are. Let's see if he pans the same way. Now we can start doing comparisons. Now, if he don't pan the same way, guess what people are going to say? That's not an excuse that you had a slow start because Jaylen Brown had a slow start. Trae Young, you're giving people more ammunition to compare against LeBron or Bronny James to
you said it right.
Continually critique him. To continually critique him. So the point, hold on, I'm finna land my plane and let you have it. The point is this. I said this the first time. Just let him play. If you just let him play without all this extra attention from the LeBron Maniacs or from LeBron himself, without the cryptic tweets, just let him play. If he doesn't pan out, guess what? Well, he wasn't that good. People, they can't talk forever. If they keep talking, then you can say, yeah, they hating. But if you keep adding this on there, of course people are going to talk. We've been doing it before LeBron James. They've been doing it before LeBron James. All right? They've been doing this in the NBA and the NFL and the MLB for a long time. It's only hate because they're doing it about somebody you are a fanatic of. But you guys are helping that situation by adding more difficulty to the plate of Bronny James. But go ahead.
All right, I'll just say this real quickly. I've only done it with Jaylen Brown, and it was because Jaylen Brown was caught commenting to someone saying that he wasn't ready for the NBA just based off what he saw right there on the court. And the response to that was, well, shoot, so far he's played better than you did during that time. I've never done that with anybody else.
But James, personally, even though you did it only with him, but even though you did it just with them, it still counts. It still counts that you did it though.
No. But if you can't negate the context, right? The context is very important. The context is Jaylen Brown said something about his summer league play. So I'm comparing his summer league play to your summer league play since you have something to say about him. That's very different than just jumping out there being like, oh, well, I think Bronny's going to be a superstar because he put up stats
James,
better than Jaylen Brown.
You can't negate the context because y'all have been negating the context the entire time. Because the context of what we've been saying is it ain't about us saying we don't like Bronny or don't nobody like Bronny. It's about the advertisement of Bronny. The product is not living up to the advertisement. That's the full context. At least this channel, GOAT Debate Media, has been trying to push out, right? They have continued to reject that. Real quick, and I'm gonna give it to Coach Scott. I know he's trying to get in there. I'm gonna read these comments real quick. Young Disciple says, "Bro, stop. Y'all gonna do it anyway." How do you know? And that's the problem. When you put your foot in your mouth, you would never really know if somebody was gonna do something or not do something anyway, because there's always a what if now. Had you just kept your mouth closed and not sent out tweets and did all this, you would never have that issue. You know what I mean? You would never. Hey, listen, it's okay. It's okay. I like to cook a little bit. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Coach Scott.
No, I it's got to be fair both ways, and at the same time, in the context, I'm with James. In the context of how that situation played out as it pertains to Jaylen Brown, yeah, if someone posts or reposts stats that pertain to Jaylen Brown and what he gave as a critique. I'm Jaylen Brown I'm a fan of Jaylen Brown. I think he's one of the league's greats 2 years ago. But if he says something out of his mouth, he should be held accountable based on the fact that he knew where he came from a humble beginning. So all things being in, excuse me, you said, "Oh my goodness."
But because y'all are making this too deep. Y'all making this too deep, right? Let me ask you a question, Coach Scott. Have you been are you a professional athlete? Like, does a professional athlete exist in the body of Coach Scott?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So you know what you're looking at when you see a professional athlete, regardless of what numbers say.
Right. I would agree with you.
That's the point.
I'm agreeing with you, Coach.
That's the point y'all are missing right now, because y'all are strictly just going about saying, well, Jaylen Brown numbers were this, so that proves that Bronny's numbers were better, so he has a chance to be an NBA player. That doesn't mean that. When let me tell y'all something. I was at Summer League 2027 when Jaylen Brown first played his first game. I went to that game. I actually went to go see Lonzo Ball. I was there. That was one of the best summer leagues that probably haven't existed, because the stands were, the arena was packed. I was there. Okay. Jaylen Brown, he looks like an NBA player. He can run, he can jump, he can defend, he has the size. This is why size matters in the NBA.
Coach, you said 2027?
No, I'm sorry, 2017. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I got tongue twisted. I'm sorry. 2017, summer 2017, right? Yeah. What I'm trying to tell you, you can see it. He has the body, he has the frame. Jaylen Brown, 6'5", strong, athletic. Bronny James is 6'2". 6'2". There's a big difference, you all. I can look at Bronny regardless of stats. That's why I'm telling y'all. That's why you didn't hear me talk about stats when I was saying that Bronny doesn't look like an NBA player. It have nothing to do with
Steph Curry never looked like an NBA. Steph Curry don't look like an NBA player right now.
That's a good point.
I'm talking about on
Don't
the
do that.
court. I'm talking about on the court. I can see certain things that didn't.
I'm talking about on the court. And what I'm saying is Jaylen Brown was 1,000% within his right to make the critique he made about Bronny James. He was 1,000% within his right. But there are individuals that are 1,000% in their right mind when they make a critique based off what he said when his summer league was subpar as well.
But Coach
he came
Scott,
from
Coach
a humble
Scott.
beginning. That's
Coach
all I'm
Scott.
saying.
So we get all that. So Jaylen Brown was 1,000% correct. And first off, let me just go ahead and give shout out to Bronny James again, because this is not about saying he didn't do well. He did well. We've seen improvement over the last 2 games. He was doing a much better job. So we definitely want to say, hey, congrats to him for that. Hopefully it continues to go in that direction. The point of this this live and what we're talking about is not so much him. It's, did he prove the haters wrong? No, I don't think that many people was really, it wasn't so much him. Again, it's his daddy. When you advertise a product and it doesn't come out, then people are going to talk about it. They're going to say something. That's what was going on. But Coach Scott, you said Jaylen Brown was 1,000% in his rights, and people were 1,000% in their rights to say what they said. Why is it then we were not 1,000% within our rights without being attached, the hater label being attached to us by saying, no, Bronny doesn't look like what LeBron said he looked like in that tweet and the other, comments he made. But before you respond, it's almost 40 people over 40 watching. Hey, hit the like button, support the platform. Hey guys, we got 19 likes. Make sure you hit the like button when you come in. That helps the broadcast get around, let people know we live. Make sure you hit the like button, support the broadcast. Coach Scott, can you please answer that question?
Absolutely. I'm not saying that you guys are haters. I converse with you all the time. Now, you're borderline. Now, both of you, I would say definitely Coach J. J.O. is probably a little bit closer to the borderline hater of LeBron.
J.O. a hater. Yeah, J.O. hater.
Yeah, J.O.'s a hater. Yeah, he is.
And I want you to explain when you finish how I'm close to border. I'm not close to borderline, but how I'm a hater. I want to know what I said that was hating.
But as it pertains to this specific scenario, no, I wouldn't say it at all, because all you're doing is just critiquing what LeBron said, and we are within our right to critique that and talk about it. But all I'm saying is nobody's wrong. James wouldn't be considered wrong if he posted what Jaylen Brown stats were for his summer league. He would be well within his right of doing that, and he shouldn't be added of, oh yeah, well, he's putting more pressure on Bron. No, he's not. He's not. He's just putting up facts.
That's not what. No one said that. You're misquoting though. No one's saying that he's putting more pressure because of that. I was talking about James before he left. James turning around, and I'm saying LeBron fans, because what they're doing after LeBron has made his tweet. Let's just make sure we keep everything in perspective, okay? After LeBron makes his tweet, after LeBron says and do the things he do, you expect to see a certain product because of the advertisement. Now that we don't see that product, we're talking about why was the advertisement wrong or misleading, right? Now LeBron fans come up and they put a picture of Trae Young. They put a picture of a Jaylen Brown whose stats were similar to Bronny James. Now, what I'm telling them is you're only making it worse, because now you're just going to have people sit back. Okay, well, let's continue to watch then, because now there's no excuse for you. There's zero excuse. All right. Trae Young's small guy too. So there's zero excuse. Now, and plus y'all had the similar start. Y'all had almost the exact same statistics starting off. So therefore, if you don't pan out, they're going to say, see, there's no excuse. You know why? Because Trae Young was there. He panned out. Jaylen Brown was there. He panned out. Instead of just sitting back and let the man play. Let the young man play ball. We see he has improved over the 2 games. But just sit back and just let him play. Y'all keep the fanatics though. They can't do it. People like Gary, and I'm finna get you here, Gary, they just can't do it. They can't do it. They're so involved inside of a life of a man they have never met and probably never will meet that they just can't let this go. Let him play ball. And in that way, let's say he don't pan out. Hypothetically, I think he just may, but let's say he don't. Then what they gonna compare it to? There's no expectation, as people like to say, right? But when you keep putting that expectation there and it don't work, you're just gonna have people critiquing more and more. But Gary, go ahead and jump in. I see it better. Gotta unmute.
Oh, my thing is that Ron says some, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna add to that some, and we're gonna make it sound worse than just him saying some. Now,
even some
we can look up stats. We can look up stats, and I'm just looking at the Western Conference. You had over at least 40 players who didn't average over 2 points a game. And you have at least 10, that's just in the Western Conference. You have at least 10 that ain't even average 1. But we're going to say that his statement is false when you seen Bronny at the combine have a 40-inch vertical leap at the age 19. So that means he still can get higher. He can get to like 42 or 43 vertical leap. But you're going to tell me that that's not a pro leap. That's an NBA leap.
Never said anything like that. I don't know how we've been talking about that, but nobody's even talking about that.
He made 25 threes out of 30 at an NBA combine.
Can I ask you a question about that?
That's an NBA three-point shot, and I'm talking to J.O. because he keeps saying, I didn't see any NBA in him.
Well, let me ask you a question about that, though. Let me ask you a question about the 23s or 25 threes at the combine. What did those 20, 25 threes, or however many threes he made at the combine, did it have game time pressure, fans in the background, defensive players on them, hands in the face, defensive pressure on them?
It's a combine. That's a combine.
So yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay.
No. They just want to see the form, the technique, the rhythm, if everything is consistent, because they know that they can work with someone that have a technique and form and consistent. That's how come Curry, he went so high, because they seen how he was shooting. And that's what it goes off. At the combine, he had some things that was NBA worthy. But here you got J.O. who's talking about he didn't have nothing. He has a 40-inch vertical leap. That's an NBA jump. And you tell us he don't have nothing.
Let me show you why it's so dangerous to misquote and be inaccurate and everything else. Because Adam Hurley's in the chat saying to say he's not athletic is bull. Now, I don't think nobody ever said that, but that's what he just took from the story you just told, and that's the new narrative.
J.O. said he didn't see no NBA in him at all. He said,
wait, Coach J.O., if you said you don't see no NBA in Bronny James, does that mean he was not athletic?
No, that doesn't mean that.
My
point is
exactly.
But this is the point. When I'm telling you all, listen to what I'm saying. Did you forget the 6'2" that I keep spitting out? When I keep telling you, he's 6'2". It doesn't matter if you got a 50-inch vert. If you're 6 feet tall, 6'1", it doesn't matter in the NBA. That doesn't matter. You're 6'2". It doesn't matter. You got to have a skill set. That doesn't matter in the NBA. Yeah, if you 6'10" and you got a 40-inch vert, that means something. If you're 6'6" with a 40-inch vert, that means something. 6'2", it doesn't mean anything.
Facts. Listen.
It means something.
Hold on real quick.
Hold on real quick. With a 3-point
Hold on
shot,
real quick.
You talking about the height, but you don't.
All right, brother. We allow you to be on the platform, but don't overtalk me on this. Hold on real quick. Coach J.O., can you just give that one more time and go into detail of what you're saying? Like, why doesn't it not mean? Why are you hitting on the 6'2"? So, because I don't want anything to be misconstrued from that, because we already see Adam says you saying he ain't got no athleticism.
This is the thing. Basketball is a sport that selects out for height, right? That's why you see all of these French guys that you see, regardless of whether they are developmental players, but the teams can see, oh, this cat is 6'11", he can run, he can jump, he's fast, so they see potential. You can put all of that athleticism in a 6'1" body, and that person would not get looked at because they are 6'1". Think about this, you all. I've always thought Bronny was 6'5", 6'6", because that's what he was listed at Sierra Canyon. That's what he was listed at USC. 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". When he got to the combine, this is why people were shocked when they came out with the 6'2", because people always thought he was bigger than 6'2" or taller than 6'2".
Right.
It
and
means
Coach,
nothing.
And Coach, Eugene Wakefield says, and Jalen Brunson has a skill set because Adam Hurley brought up Jalen Brunson. He's 6'2". Like, what's the difference between Adam? I almost said Adam Hurley again, but Jalen Brunson and Bronny James.
Jalen Brunson has an NBA skill set. Okay.
That's
he
what
can
Mr. Wakefield just said.
Dribble at an elite level. He can pass at an elite level. He can shoot at an elite level. He can score at an elite level. Okay, this man getting 40 points in the playoff game. We've seen this. We've seen it. National titles. We've seen this. Bronny didn't even start in college. Bronny wouldn't even start right now on the University of UConn, on the University of Duke. Right now, he wouldn't be a starter. He would not start.
So Gary, and I'm gonna give you the mic back. Is that fair? Is that not fair? Yeah, he has a 40-inch vertical leap, but nobody ever said what the other LeBron fans in the chat have gotten from what you're saying. It's a misconception. They're misconstruing what was being said. No one said he wasn't athletic. That's not the point. But you are a smaller guy. I'm gonna ask you two questions. I'm gonna give you the mic. One, why isn't LA running him at the point guard? Because that's most likely what he's gonna have to play. And we see he doesn't have a skill set like Jalen Brunson. So is it fair to say, is it fair for us to say, well, you know, him having a 40-inch vert is, okay, it's not going to make him a great NBA player. He needs more. He needs a skill set. He needs to, you know, do more. Is that not fair?
It is not fair because all we look at is the offensive side. If you got a 48-inch vert, then that means it will help you on the defensive side also. Because now you can jump up to the top of the box and you can block shots. You can block threes when you have to run out to the threes. You jumping up so high, you can block threes of the short guards like Brunson, Trae Young, and them, that short guards that we want you to just play defense on now that we showed you how to play defense, because he also had speed and great agility, which J.O., he's not going to say it because he have a narrative, so he's staying on the offensive side. The boy also can be good on the defensive side with an excellent three-point shot. They moved him to the 2 guard because they see that he's a better scorer than he is passive.
Okay, let me ask you this, right? Bronny James plays for the Lakers, right?
What's the question again?
Bronny James, he plays for the Los Angeles Lakers, correct?
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Lakers are in the Western Conference, correct?
Say that again.
The Los Angeles Lakers are in the Western Conference, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's think about the guards in the Western Conference. Stephen Curry, Ja Morant, James Harden, Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, De'Aaron Fox. Okay? These are the guys. I didn't even go to the wings, the Kawhi Leonards, the Kevin Durants. I didn't even go to them. Anthony
How about the
Edwards.
Patrick Beverleys?
Oh,
How about the Patrick Beverleys?
Hold on. Slow down.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Slow down.
I know.
Slow down.
I know.
Look at those names I just listed. Tell me who out of those names that you're telling me that Bronny James with a 40-inch vert is going to help him guard those players. It's not, brother. It's
You want me
not.
to answer it? You want me to answer it for you?
Yes.
J.O. and all
Okay.
fairness.
Number one is that you're naming starters. Bronny gonna be coming off the bench. Name the guards that he's gonna go up against off the bench. So that way you could be fair and not create your narrative Bronny literally going to be starting.
The thing about it is y'all think that Bronny is actually going to be playing in the NBA, and he's not. That's the delusion right now that you all believe that Bronny James is going to get minutes in the NBA this year. He's not going to get significant minutes. Bronny James will not average 10 minutes in the NBA this year. He will not.
Name me a guard that's coming off the bench that Bronny cannot check right now. You name me one guard, point guard, two guard that Bronny cannot check right now coming off the bench. I bet you can.
K's, if I said that right, says Jose Alvarado.
I can name plenty. I can name plenty.
Name one.
Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook.
I knew it.
He can't shoot jump shots. He
can't guard him. He can't
guard him.
He
flamed you with that one.
He can't guard him.
He's not gonna guard Westbrook.
I knew it was coming.
He can't guard him.
Coach Scott, you think he can guard him?
Westbrook gonna guard himself.
Coach Scott, you think Bronny can guard Westbrook?
No.
Okay, that's
I think he can ultimately run up and down the court with Westbrook, and Westbrook is not the same walking triple double, but he still better put some respect on his name. Bronny can't stand. He could maintain, but he couldn't stay in front of Westbrook. Not a 4-whole game. Absolutely not. No.
But why are we skipping over?
He's not physically capable of doing it.
Westbrook is not athletic. No. He's not. No more. He lost all that.
He's not as.
No, he did not lose all that. No, he did not.
But he's gonna post Bronny up. No, he's gonna post Bronny up, and he's gonna blow by him. Bronny doesn't have the body to body up with the Russell Westbrook. That's if you're trying to say that, that's no. Don't say that.
Russell Westbrook can't shoot, coach.
He's going to back him down and put him under the goal, is what I'm telling you.
And he got a 40-inch vertical leap. He can block his shot.
All right.
But why hasn't he done it? Why did he do it in high school? Why did he do it in college?
Here's my question, Coach Dale.
We are throwing him in the NBA and
move the goalpost,
he's going to be
Coach Dale,
my question is
this. Move the goalpost.
What were you guys expecting based off of LeBron's tweet? You said it was the tweet. It was a cryptic tweet. So many things could be read into it. My simple question is, what did you expect?
I expected you all. It ain't what I expect, because I don't expect anything from Bronny. I expect you guys to hold LeBron accountable.
You had to have an expectation to say,
no.
See, I told you he wasn't that good.
No. I didn't have an expectation from
LeBron. Hey,
everybody got like
you're not listening.
That's disingenuous.
That's not. I'm trying to tell you, I didn't have it because I've watched him. I watched him in high school. He wasn't the best player in high school on his own team. He wasn't even like a top 10 player in the conference in high school.
Coach,
he didn't start.
I got
Coach
you.
Scott. Coach Scott.
I'm understanding everything you said.
Coach Scott and Gary, I want to be fair. Now, you're asking, well, what did you expect? Now, last year and the year before, and people was like, oh, the Lakers got to the Western Conference Finals. Just wait till next season. And you look on ESPN, there was a possible for them to probably get to the finals and the season start, and they're not playing that great. And then when they do get to the playoff spots, they bump into Denver in the first round and get swept, right? Now, it starts to be said at that point, what do you guys expect from a 39-year-old man? When people like myself and Coach J.O. didn't expect anything. I personally did not even expect them to make the playoffs. But yet when I watch ESPN, right? When I watch ESPN, they could probably get to the finals. Or when I listen to the LeBron fan, he's still top 10. He's going to do this. I didn't believe any of that. The only reason we're responding to it is because you guys, and I'm generally speaking, all right, if you didn't say it, if it don't apply, let it fly. You guys put this out here about what they're going to do. And when it doesn't happen, it turns into a, look, told you so moment. And then when the told you so moment comes up, then you guys again say what? What do you expect from him? Nothing. This is what Coach J.O. saying.
Abaya,
we
you just moved
expected
the goalpost.
absolutely.
Like, we not
no,
even
I did
talking
not.
about
I'm trying to
same
prove.
thing
Let me finish. I'm trying to make my point. I didn't move the goalpost. Goalpost. My point is this. My point is what J.O. is saying is we're not expecting anything. We're only responding to the comments and the expectation that the LeBron side has put out there. We never put this out there. That's all we're saying. And it's okay to say, hey, listen, hey, my son is a good player. My son can come and play in the NBA without crapping on other players. It's okay, you can do that. Because as soon as you say, hey, listen, I just want my son to come play with me. I want to do something that nobody else has ever done before. I want to be able to play with my son since I played this long and be able to do something nobody's ever done. Great, by all means, man. I give him a round of applause for that. Nobody's ever done that before. That's cool. The thing is, stop lying though. Stop showing your hand, getting out there and throwing throwing stones and hiding your hands. If you say it, stand on it. That's all people saying. If you're saying it, just stand on it. And if you're going to say it, just be honest about it. I want my son to play with me. Even if he's not ready, I think he's ready. And if you think he's ready, then that's fine. We're just saying, based on the expectation that you put out, this is why people are saying what they're saying. And Bronny's caught in the middle of it. That's all we're saying.
I got you. And with that, with all that he said in that tweet, I don't think he crapped on anybody, but for those who do feel like he crapped on other NBA players in saying what he said, my question is again, what was your expectation of Bronny James G League day one? What was it? Had to be an expectation for you to say, or for anyone to critique. Yeah, this kid ain't ready. This kid ain't no NBA player.
Got him, coach. Got him, coach.
It has to be a base
let me answer
level.
your question.
You literally we answered the question already, but go ahead, Coach.
But I'm gonna give him another answer about it that he will clearly understand this. We didn't expect anything because we didn't expect him to be drafted. Period. That's the point.
Okay,
we didn't expect him to be drafted.
So if you didn't expect this kid to be drafted, and you didn't expect, if you didn't expect this kid to be drafted, and you didn't expect him to be, Coach J.O., do not consider him an NBA player. You don't consider him an NBA player right now. It's clear. So if that is the true expectation, he's exceeded you guys' expectation over the past 2 games.
He haven't exceeded
So
anything.
He's had to.
No.
You got him, coach.
He's had to.
You got him, coach.
No. How did he exceed expectations?
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. That's what I was always taught.
That's why there are some who
you have a
talking
nothing
about Bronny didn't earn it. That's why people are saying Bronny didn't earn it. He's here. Listen what I'm trying to tell you, right? I can play in the summer league right now, like right now today, and get 2 or 3 assists in the summer league today. I can get 2 or 3 assists.
All right,
I can do that right now.
Can you drop 25 in 2 nights?
No, I can't. But I can get. But what I can do is, if you give me 5 wide open threes, I hit one of them. I would hit one of them. I would hit 1 3, and I would get 2 or 3 assists, easy, without a doubt.
I got 5 wide open. I'm gonna hit me by 2 or 3 of them.
Without a doubt,
2 or 3 of them.
It doesn't take much to do that. This is why I told you all. Bronny understands basketball. He understands it. He can be in the right spots. He understands offensive basketball.
Gotcha.
He does.
Okay.
But he doesn't have the NBA
Hold on.
skill set.
We got.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish up your thought. When you do, we got another viewer on stage who want to give.
Bring him up.
Opinion. He's already up. But go ahead and finish your thought process, Coach, and then I'm gonna get him in here. Give him his 2 minutes.
But Coach, I gotta walk up on your porch a little bit, man, and step on your grass. You gotta give a little bit of balance on that. If you had no expectation, and you felt like it was he's just LeBron's son, so there's no expectation. What happens when the kid continues to mature, and again he's knocking down the shots that he's supposed to knock down? Then what? Do we say I got to recant my statement? He did turn out to be a formidable NBA player.
No. See, this is what
we don't do that.
Hope. This is what you're missing. This is what you're missing. Like, you're acting like Bronny James can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. Okay? If he's on the court, he's a good athlete. It doesn't take much to get a number in the NBA.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. From an NBA Hall of Famer, 15 points in the NBA. If you average 15 points in the NBA,
he's not going to average 15
you are
points
doing work. Hold on.
He's not going to average 15
I'm not
points.
saying I didn't say he was going to average a point. I'm just saying from an NBA Hall of Famer, they said if you are averaging 15 points in the NBA, you are doing work.
Well, if he averages 15 points in the NBA, he will be doing great work. And if he averages 15 points in the NBA, yes, we're going to come back and say, everybody was wrong. Bronny James is a great player. But I can guarantee you, he's not even going to get 15 minutes in the NBA this year, let alone 15 points.
Real quick, DC Slim just came in. He said, I never liked LeBron's Lance Armstrong James, a.k.a. the 10-man as a player. He's lying. He is definitely an undercover LeBron fan. As you say, Coach Scott, the people who always say that, hey, man, I don't like this player, but they know they just all out in that, in defense or falsely accuse you for everything. Yeah, he goes on to say, I love what he did for the young man. Stop the hate. He just got here, and there was no hate being spewed. Again, even the LeBron fans up here has already said it's no hate. We've given him his props. He's definitely improved over the last 2 games. He has definitely improved over the last 2 games, but we need to continue to see that. That doesn't say, okay, he's ready for the NBA now because this is a summer league. It has to be continual growth. And again, to answer that question real quick before we get Eugene in here, you said, what's the expectation? Again, I literally answered that question when you asked it the first time. Nothing. The only reason I'm watching is because I'm gonna see what you're saying if it's true, LeBron. Now, if you want to say, I don't expect him to come out and hit all the threes. I don't expect him to be dunking. I don't expect him, none of that, right? Literally, initially, when the NBA scouts started talking first, what were they saying? No one's gonna take him. It literally flip-flopped. A switch was taken. A switch was hit to say, hey, well, he might be a 3-and-D player. Like, it just flipped around. All of a sudden, they start comparing to other players. Like, what happened? What changed? Right? Because even the scouts were saying it themselves. They didn't expect anything. I didn't expect anything. LeBron put expectation out there. And so, okay, well, let's see if it's true. That's the gist of it. That's the far as it goes. Let's just see if it's true. Okay, it's not true. Then, okay, let's move forward. But cool, that's what it is. But let's get Eugene in here. Eugene, hey, we appreciate you supporting the platform, coming on here to give us your thoughts. What is your take on Bronny James? Did he silence his critics? Or is everyone hating? Do you think he's going to continue to improve as we see in these last 2 games? I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Your clock going to start as soon as you start talking.
Okay, right on, bro. So first of all, let me just say this. I love y'all platform, man. Y'all
definitely
doing
appreciate
great
it.
work. I stumbled up on y'all page like a couple months ago, and so I love the balance in it, so I love what y'all doing. Just keep up the great work, man. I'm always gonna support it, and I always share y'all stuff with other people. So
appreciate
it, y'all know that.
Definitely appreciate it.
I think it's kind of in the middle, bro. But this the thing, though. I'm a skeptic because I seen Bronny when he played at 15 years old. I have a cousin that played against him. I live in Wisconsin, so they came up here to play. My daughter got a picture with Savannah James. Bronny was not that good, and he was 15, and he has never been the best player on his high school team, his college team, and now his summer league team. So I think he can get better, but these people who have these astronomical expectations, like he's going to average 20 like he's Lou Williams, that is not going to happen.
Right.
This is the thing, though. Like, I think people are missing this. When you look at him, you always evaluate, because you got 2 coaches on your platform, so I'm sure they're looking at it like this too. You always compare people around their age bracket, right? Who was just playing against the USA team giving them hell? Cooper Flag, right? He's 17, right? So is he better than Cooper Flag? Let's just start there. No. Now I'm going to give you a list of names, because somebody was saying some crazy stuff about Russell. Russell Westbrook is a backup now. So let's say Russell Westbrook, John Wall if he got back into the league, Isaiah Thomas if he got back into the league, Jordan Poole, Pods in Golden State, GP2, Derek Bledsoe. Is he better than any of those guys? And this is the thing. Those are backups. These are former All-Stars. Remember when LeVar Ball came out, he was spitting all the nonsense? His stuff was actually pretty damn good.
Very good. Very
Lonzo
good.
got hurt. You know, I'm a Bulls fan. It was sad to see Lonzo. He ain't played in almost 2.5 years. But Lonzo was a very good player. He was pretty much the best player on UCLA. I was a big skeptic of Lonzo Ball, but he proved me wrong. I said all I had to say this. I think that he can get better, but this idea that he can be some 20 points per game score, not saying you guys said it or anybody else said it. I hear it a lot with my friends. I'm like, no, he's not that. At best, I would give him GP2, or I think it's insulting to compare him to Pat Beverly. I'm from the area. Pat Beverly was averaging 37 points per game in high school.
He
All
sure
right,
was.
that's the 2 minutes. That's the 2 minutes. That's the 2 minutes.
Ahead,
Listen, hold on. You were cooking though. You was cooking. I want to let the coach. I want to let the coach respond. Go ahead, Coach Hill.
Hey, brother, I'm with you 100% on that. I'm with you. You know, like you say, you watch Bronny at the age of 15, and he wasn't that. That's the point I think people are really missing. Like, it's not a shame to say somebody's just not that good. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're not that good, you're not that good. My question to Coach Scott, to Gary, and to every other LeBron fan, because you're not Bronny fans, because a lot of y'all don't care about Bronny. What have you saw from Bronny in a game, like in live game, that would suggest to you all that he's going to even be a NBA player? Not even a good one, but just an NBA. Like, what have you saw at any level to suggest that?
I think that's a really fair question to ask. The whole panel, we just had 2 more viewers come up, DC and G. We're going to get to them in a second. Listen, before Coach Scott respond, listen, if you're in here, if you have not hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. Definitely support the platform. We're still in our infancy stages trying to grow the platform and have a platform where we can share our thoughts and interact with each other concerning sports, not just basketball, because we're about to venture into football is coming up here soon as well, about different sports. Also, if you want to support the channel, our Cash App is pinned to the top of the chat. You can support the channel. If you do, we'll definitely give you a shout out for doing so. But Coach Scott, what is your response to Coach J.O.'s statement?
Absolutely. I think, Coach J.O., that was a great question. But forget about his past. His current job is a guard in the NBA. There is no more going to class.
Not a point guard.
There is no more doing all of this other stuff, Coach. It is his job. Have you ever heard the law of 100? Have you ever heard that, Coach J.O.?
Talking about the 100 reps?
No, the law of 100 says this. If you do anything, any discipline for 18 minutes a day, 18 minutes a day for 365 days, you get 6,570 minutes in a specific focus, which when you divide it by 60, you get 109 point something, but it comes out to be 110 hours. If you dedicate 110 hours to any discipline for a period of time, you become a master at it. This kid is going to become a master at whatever they got him doing as a specific craft, because it's no longer going to class. It's no longer having to be stopped by doing this and doing that and having to go take this test. And this is his job. And if he wants to be there, and if he wants to make a name for himself, it's going to be very evident really fast, because the law of 100, it just don't lie. And it looks like over the past 2 games, this kid is taking it serious, and you can see where extra time is helping him out. That's all.
Coach Scott. Let me. I want to ask who we got next. We have DC Slim. DC Slim. Let me read off the how we running everything.
Because he asked me
no, brother, no. We got an order, bro. You not even supposed to be up here no more. I'm letting you sit. Let me get down the panel, man. We got a list of people we trying to get to. I will come back to you though. I know you. Oh, good Lord. Hey, y'all might not know who it is, but that is Gary.
Gary, we love you, man. We love you.
We do, Gary, but good Lord.
We love you, brother.
So listen, DC Slim, and for those who are coming up who don't know how we're running, what we're doing, whoever comes up, we want to give you 2 minutes to get your point across, and after that, we want to let the coaches respond. And we ask that whoever's not talking stay muted until everyone's, the person's done what they're talking. But DC Slim, 2 minutes. It's going to start as soon as you start talking.
Hey, shout out to Go Debate Media and Man Down
There
Sports
we go.
First. All right. Yeah.
Appreciate
I'm sitting here with the homies checking y'all out, man. Look, listen to this. Let's go ahead and make it real. Man, y'all sound like some true haters on here, out here pressing a little young dude who ain't got it all together because you don't like his father. Man, y'all need to stop, dog. I don't hear nobody talk about no other player in summer league on how they ain't developed. They ain't never had no game. They done got beat by this person in high school. Only Shorty. And just so you know, I am not a fan of LeBron, Lance Armstrong James, a.k.a. the Tin Man. Just so you know, I don't like him, dog, but I'm not a hater. That's his son. He's supposed to say he's gonna be great. What you want him to say? He's soft. He ain't that good. He average. So if your father said that about you, what would you say? Yeah, thank you. We'll be on here clowning him just like y'all hating right now.
Cooking.
I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna fall back and just let the haters go ahead and hate. And let me hear your rebuttal and some type of excuse you want to make for a young man and his daddy.
Come on, DC.
All right,
let's go, DC.
Let me respond to DC Slim and all that BS he just finished spewing. First off, he a LeBron fan. He couldn't pay me. He couldn't pay me not to believe it. First off, secondly, again, and the crazy part is Coach Scott said, "Oh, he cooking," but he just said something that was contradictory what Coach Scott said earlier. Now we asked Coach Scott this, Coach J.O. We literally asked him, "Is it hating because we're critiquing what LeBron James said?" Now, here's what DC don't want to admit. LeBron James is the face of the damn NBA. Right. He is. When you say something, when you tweet something, when you do something, you are one of the rare people who are recognized probably anywhere you go on the planet. And when you speak, guess what? People gonna listen. That's why when you get a certain platform, a responsibility comes with that platform. Now, with that being said, go ahead and mute your mic back. I ain't done. With that being said, the responsibility of you speaking, you should understand that. Now, when you start telling everybody and when you start crapping on other players, because I don't know if you was on here when we said this before, by you saying, and I want to quote it 100%, by you saying, when I say you, I'm talking about LeBron James, when you say, man, Bronny definitely better than some of these cats I've been watching on League Pass today. Some of us can say, well, look, you hating on them. Why are you hating on other players? But then the LeBron fans will say what? They're going to say, no, he's just giving his opinion. Okay, well, that's what we're doing. But we're giving our opinion based off what you said. We want to see this young man who is your son, who is better than these players that you sent out this tweet that 28 million people watched and read. 28 million. All right? Understand, that's an astronomical number. None of us can tweet and get 28 million replies or reads or mentions or whatever to our tweet, right? 28 million people saw what you said. Now you have people sitting back and just seeing what you're saying is true. Now you come on here talking about y'all continue to hate. This is how I know you haven't followed this platform. You couldn't have. Because we did 0 shows about Bronny James. And when LeBron drafted, and I'm gonna do this one more time because some people like to have short memories, like our brother DC right here. He like to have short memories. See that tweet on the screen right there? That's me congratulating Bronny on the night of the draft, June 27, 11:35 p.m. Am I not? And you say, oh, you just like to hate. I showed y'all that. Hold on. I showed you this before. That's me back in 2016, checking Jordan fans, telling me to get off LeBron back. I've been supporting Bron for years. But let's not pretend like now because we want to be honest about what we're looking at, all of a sudden we haters. No, that's not the case. I got more screenshots I can keep going with, but you jump up here, you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't know what half of what's going on. We are critiquing. Let me know when it's my turn. I will stop talking. I'm talking. We are critiquing basketball. Nobody said, again, I want everybody to understand this. I don't understand why this is so hard. Nobody said LeBron James is a bad man, a bad father, a bad member of his community, a bad son, a bad husband. That's personal. Now, what you're probably doing is probably looking at some other platforms, because we're probably one of the few, if not the only one, who never ever called Bronny James trash. We never even said he was trash. We never even went to that extent. We just simply said, hey, listen, he's not ready. He's not what LeBron James said. That's all we've talked about. Nothing ever was personal. Y'all make it personal. Y'all bring up the personal stuff. Y'all bring up the fatherhood, and he's a great husband. And how the hell do you even know that? He's a married man. How you know? Do you follow LeBron James all day long? Do you know if he out there pimping, as you would like to say, pimping? You don't know. You know what you see on TV just like the rest of us. And what the rest of us saw on Twitter is what we're critiquing. We are not, and before you came on here, we were shouting out Bronny James. Congratulations. Last 2 games, he's been doing very well. But he needs to continue to improve. That's not just going to show us that, he did well in the last 2 games, so now he's NBA ready, because the Hawks did not have all their players in. We want to see more. And hopefully he can continue to improve. Hopefully. Nobody wants to see the young man fail, but if you're going to advertise a product, there's nowhere you're going to go, DC Slim, and advertise a product is so good and so well, and then when that product is not good and it's not well, you are going to say something about it. Stop the cap. This is a product that LeBron James advertised, and we're just saying LeBron James is not that. Now, again, I'm going to land with this. You might be mistaking us for some other platforms, because we never came down on LeBron. We never called him trash. We never said he was horrible. We just say he's not NBA ready. He needs to improve. We're literally critiquing basketball and basketball only. Before you respond, let me give a quick shout out to the super chat, Drama Therapy. The NBA needs to be a mediocrity. This weakens the integrity of the game. He doesn't belong on the NBA court. And that's a basketball. We appreciate the super chat and the comment. That's a basketball statement. Nobody's going to say this young man is, he's a horrible young man. Oh, he's a horrible son. Oh, I don't like him. Oh, he this, he that. No, we're just talking about basketball. We keep it within the realms of the court. Y'all keep making it personal. I'm going to let you respond, DC. Then I'm going to let the coaches jump in.
Hey, man, look. That's PP, not water. All right? That's PP, that's not water that you're dropping on me.
Go ahead and respond.
Now, you might not. You can hear me, right? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You just ain't making sense yet.
Okay. Now, watch this. You sat here and said all what people not saying. Yeah, you're not using those specific words. But that one when you said, and other stuff, yeah, when you say something like he ain't NBA ready. You said that. I heard you say that.
Him saying he not NBA ready? Yes, that's basketball.
Okay, but guess what? You just contradicted yourself. The same way you said we don't know if he a good husband and all that. What determines to say that you are the person to say that he ain't good at it? The Bama plays on the court. He got a Laker jersey. That sounds like hate.
That sounds like my opinion, and my opinion is not NBA ready. Can he be? He might be. He might grow into it. But right now, my opinion is he's not NBA ready. My opinion is not hate because you said it's hate, DC.
No, I didn't say that. But guess what?
You literally just said that.
The word, my opinion. Your opinion can be so overrated sometimes with no context that it'll be irrelevant. That's anybody.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
It's just my opinion.
Let's talk about this opinion real quick. I'm going to read something to you. LeBron James tweet, man, Bronny definitely better than some of these cats I've been watching on League Pass today. Is lightweight hilarious. Now, his opinion, does it have the same critique that you just gave mine?
Bro, that's his son, bro.
I didn't ask you that, DC Slim. I asked you, are you going to critique LeBron's opinion the same way you just critiqued mine?
Listen, let me tell you something. Listen.
No. Answer the question, or we're gonna move to the next. I need you to answer that question. How is that a trick question? Because you just
no.
These guys are hilarious.
I'm not going to play that. You can't force me into a corner. That's
not.
No,
I'm asking you a question, DC.
What is the question? You didn't.
You just told me that my opinion. You just criticized my opinion and said you're tired of hearing people say about giving their opinions or having opinions. I just read LeBron James's opinion, and I'm asking you, do you feel the same way about his opinion that you feel about mine?
If it's my son, I feel the same way about
Okay, the answer is no. Let's keep going. What else you got?
Wait a minute. Did you ask me a question, and how you gonna give me the answer?
What else you got?
What I mean. Oh my God. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and tap out because this ain't cool. I see what you trying to do. Look, man, I understand that you might not feel that this guy and all of that, but you're going a little extreme in trying to cover your own tracks. And it's weird and it ain't working. See, some people, dog, I've been watching this sport for a long time. Don't just try to make it look like because some guy here is protecting his son. You going overboard. I ain't heard you talk about no other players. No other.
Hey, what were you when there was tearing Victor Wembanyama's head off?
Okay, that's one.
Where were you? I didn't know. Where were you when that was killing Kevin Durant's career? Where were you when this was going on?
Look, man, you just named.
Or it only applies to LeBron James and his family.
Okay, see, I see what you're doing now. Okay, so we really not gonna go nowhere. What I'm gonna tell you one thing I heard about what I'm dealing with about shows and conversations. You never rarely hear people say, you know what? That's a good point. See what I'm saying?
Because there's disingenuous people on the line like yourself. So it's not a good point. You just literally told me my opinion meant nothing because people need to stop with this opinion crap. And then, I'm paraphrasing. You just said people need to stop with this opinion crap. I read you another opinion that happens to be LeBron James's opinion. All of a sudden, you wouldn't say that about him because he's protecting his son. Bro, get out of here, bro. All right, listen, I'm going to give you 60 seconds, then we're going to move to the next one. Hold on. Let me start your clock. I'm about to give you 60 seconds. Go.
Why I said that? Because all y'all do is open every conversation, in my opinion, just to try to cover your tracks. Come on, man. I've been here for a long time, Slim. I was born at night, not last night. Be easy, fellas.
All right, well, he can take his full 60. Go ahead, Coach. Dude. You got it.
Hey, this is wild, man.
It really is.
This is wild.
Did you hear what he said about my opinion?
What did I say to start the show? None of these cats care about Bronny. They don't care about Bronny. They literally don't care about this dude. They don't even know his game. That's why they cannot tell you what merits him being drafted. I'm asking these guys.
I answered it. His father merits him being drafted. His father.
Okay, what about his game? What about his
best? Do with his game?
You told me to focus on his game. You said we need to focus on his game. That's what you said. You came on the show earlier this week and said focus on his game. I'm asking you
right now.
What about his game? Merits him.
Balling right now.
No, that's not. No. Listen to the question. Listen. What about his game from his high school years, his college year, up to the day that he was drafted? Merits him to be an NBA player in 2024-25 season. Can you break that down for us?
This answer gonna blow your mind. Because most of them dudes in the NBA average anyway.
I'm not asking you. Please break down his game.
That's what merits.
Coach
No.
Coach J.O. DC Slim can't answer these questions, and DC Slim ain't trying to answer these questions. That's the fact of the matter.
The way you want me to answer them.
You can't.
Look, bro. Listen, that's what's killing sports today. You can't tell me what I can't do because I didn't answer it the way you want me to answer it.
Okay, let's start over, DC. Let's start over.
What do you want me to say?
Okay, let's start over. Like
you said, your opinion.
Okay, all right, cool. Okay, DC, let me ask you in front of everybody who's watching, in front of the panel that's up here right now. What did you say when I said this was my opinion when it concerning Bronny? What did you say about my opinion?
I said sometimes opinions can be overrated because it's not a lot of context to it.
Okay. And is that all you said?
I added a little more to it, but that's basically the cuts to what I said. The first thing people always throw out is an opinion, and the reason you do that so you can kind of solidify what you said, and I can't disagree with you.
Cool. So when I read you LeBron James's tweet in his opinion, man, Bronny definitely better than some of these cats I've seen on the League Pass today. Now, you said there's not a lot of context in my opinion. So now somebody earlier, I think it was Coach Scott or somebody earlier said that we don't know who he was talking about when he talked about when he was saying League Pass, what teams were playing. So is his opinion also lacking context? Because he could have been talking about Jaylen Brown. He could have been talking about Tatum. He could have been talking about the Greek Freak.
His opinion is not lacking context because he's talking about.
So who is he talking? So no. What team? Because he mentioned the cats playing for those teams too. Which cats is he talking about? Because he gave the context according to you. Which? Listen. I'm trying to ask a question. I need you to stop and let me ask this question. Which players was he talking about? Since you say he gave all the context, who was he talking about when he said that? Because there was no context. Thank you.
Listen. I'm answering. I don't know who he was talking about, but one thing I do know he was talking about, he was praising his son. What you
That's
want me to
fine.
come on and say? Hold on, let
We
me
don't
ask
have
you
a
this.
problem
Since you
with
asking me
that.
questions, hold on, since you asking me questions, let me ask you this. Was LeBron James supposed to come on there and say, hey, my son is average? A lot of these dudes in the league might be better than my son.
Can I answer that question?
Can
I answer that question?
Answer it. Say yes or no.
Hey, listen.
Say yes
Let me tell you
or
what
no.
Let me tell you what LeBron was supposed to say. He shouldn't have said nothing. Stop putting the pressure on your son. Just let them play. Let your son come in. If you know you're gonna get him drafted, you know you're gonna bring him to the Lakers. Let him come on in and play. Don't put that expectation out there. Let me finish. Yes. I got a son almost 25. Let me finish talking. All right. Let me finish my statement. Got a son that's almost 25. Yes, I do. So what I'm saying is, I'm not going to take my son and say, hey, wolf pack, my son more vicious than some of y'all. Go out there, son. And the wolves tear his head off. Or the people watching the wolf fight who betting and gambling saying, hey, listen, that wolf wasn't that bad that you say he was to get his head tore off. I wouldn't do that. I would, even if I wanted my son there, I would have just, you're right, and I'm not. Even if I, but you asked me the question. Hold on. I'm gonna mute you. You asked me the question. I'm talking about me because you specifically asked me the question, right? Yes. So I wouldn't do that. You said what you also said what should he have done? Don't make the tweet. Just let him play ball. Let him come in. Stop building these false narratives or bad expectations, as people are saying. Just let him play ball. That way, when he do come here, and let's say he don't live up to the hype. Okay, cool. That was not a lot of hype to start with. Just let him play ball. I think, and I don't think it was intentional. I think it was a little selfishness in there, but I don't think it was truly intentional. But I do think LeBron put Bronny in a bad situation instead of letting him come in, develop, and learn how to be a good player. As we see, he has done well in the last 2 games. And before you came on here, I was giving him a shout out and praise for that. But let him play ball. And don't do the false, the things that you're doing, these cryptic tweets and all the rest of that craziness. That's it.
Hey, look, I've been listening to the whole show, and I'm going to be fair with you. You're praising them, but then you slip around the corner and take a cheap shot.
What'd I say?
Okay. Listen, let me give you an example. So
but what'd
I
I say?
don't think listen, watch this. I don't think you can't say anything about what LeBron says about his son. That's not up to you to judge that.
I want to know the cheap shot that you just lied about me on.
Okay, look, you'll say something about, him. You'll make it sound good, right? But then you'll come around and say he ain't ready to be in the NBA.
How was that a cheap shot?
It is because you don't. What gives you the right to say? And just give me a simple answer. Don't go around my opinion or nothing. What gives you the right to say this young man, which I don't like his father, but I ain't gonna dog him. What gives you the right to say he ain't ready?
The First Amendment.
Wow. Hey, listen, I'm hanging up on that one, and
Goodbye.
I might not listen no more because of that.
That's on you, brother. That's on you. I'm not finna cry back because you say you're not gonna listen no more. You asked me to give you a simple answer. You asked me to give you a simple answer. What gives me the right to say that? I have a First Amendment right. It's called freedom of speech. Just like LeBron had a First Amendment right to tweet what he wanted to tweet, and now I have a right to talk about the tweet, just like everybody else on here has been doing.
I asked you, look, let me watch this. I'm gonna make it easier. If you ask me what gave me the right to say that a certain player can't play in the league, I would say something like, I have been watching him for a certain amount of time. He has a problem with this. He can't do this. He's good at that. He's good at that.
But wait, I thought I'm not you though. I'm not you. Didn't you say that about LeBron? When I say LeBron should do this, you said LeBron's not me. So why I got to say what you say?
You know what, dog? I don't think me and you gonna get to no common ground.
We might not, brother, because I think you were disingenuous. We might not.
He said the only reason you're saying that because you hate his father. That's what he just said.
I never met his father. I don't know his father.
I'm gonna say this again. How can y'all be on this show critiquing this young man like this, right? And not speaking of, he's not the worst player in summer league.
It's cool. It's cool. DC, let's move to somebody else because we gave you more than we over on time.
I'm gonna hang up, man. And I'm trying to be fan of the show, man, but that's dirty.
I appreciate the support, but you gotta be fair as well, not be disingenuous.
No. I'm gonna remember what you said. I said, what gives you the right to say that? You said a First Amendment right. Bro,
you're right. You said keep it simple.
That was the cheesiest thing I ever heard in my life. I'm gonna hang it
up.
But
I thought, hey, chat. I thought First Amendment says You have freedom of speech. That's exactly what it said. He asked me for an answer. Keep it short and keep it simple. How much short and simple can I get than that?
Bro.
I can't get too much more short and simple than that. I have a right to say it. Just like you just came on here and fought for LeBron's right to tweet it. Coach J, why is it that LeBron got the right to say and do anything he want to do? You better not say nothing in response to it, though. Not one word.
Brother, we've been over this before. This isn't about Bronny. Again, LeBron James, if you don't say LeBron James created heaven and earth in 6 days and rested on the seventh, if you don't say LeBron James can raise the dead, walk on water, turn water into wine, heal the sick, cleanse the leper, if you don't say these things, he can raise from the dead, then you're a hater. Like, I never met I've never seen nothing like this before in my life. I don't know.
Yeah. Young Disciple says, what qualifies you to say if someone belongs or not? You know what, Coach J and Coach Scott, I think you can agree with me on this as well, right? Even though we might not agree on this particular subject, but I think you agree on what I'm about to say. And I think everybody on the panel might agree with this. We can't ever, if you're a sports fan, it ain't like you've never looked at a player, football, basketball, baseball, boxing, whatever. It ain't like you've never looked at somebody and said, man, that joker, he can't play. No, I don't think there's a sports fan alive who ever's not seen a player who they thought was just not good or not play.
Brother,
right?
The finals MVP said it. The finals MVP said it. He said it.
But what gives him the right, J.O.? Who gave him that right to say that?
Brother,
how dare he say that?
He must be doing something right. He had the highest contract ever in NBA history up until about a month ago, and he was the finals MVP. He must know a little something. A little bit.
It's crazy that I can't say in 2024, or you can't say or none of us can say in 2024, hey, listen, hey, congratulations for getting drafted. Good job. Congratulations to LeBron for getting his son in there. You pimped the system. I mean, by all means, I don't see, hey, listen, the system pimped you for 400 years, 500. So you pimped the system. Congratulations. Now, if you ask me about basketball, do you think he's ready? I don't think he's ready. But listen, if they hand you a bag, you'll be a fool not to take it. You hand me a bag, I'm going to take it. Did you earn it? Well, probably not, but you gave it to me. And I'm going to take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100, right? But if we're going to talk specifically basketball, I don't understand why me giving my opinion on this particular family of athletes is so much worse than any of us ever giving our opinion on any other athlete that's ever played. Brother. It is the most ridiculous and crazy. We've all done it. You've all sat back and said, oh, he trash. Your favorite team losing? Oh, he trash. Oh, this, that. Whatever. Oh, that person can't play. He ain't good. What qualifies you to say that?
Think about this, right? Think about this, Coach Scott. And you know this about it because we had this conversation behind scenes. Coach Scott is a Miami Dolphins fan. He said Tua ain't it. So do the 100-hour, the rule of 100 hours apply to Tua? Does it apply to Tua? I guess it just don't apply to Tua though.
Let's be getting to it if you want to have that conversation. As it pertains to me being a defensive back and Tua being on the other side of the ball, bring his ass on. Let's go. Oh. He doesn't cut it. But you put a Joe Burrow over there,
but does the 100-hour rule apply to
Coach Scott? You're making Coach J.O.'s point.
Absolutely, it applies. He has gotten better. He's gotten better since college.
But you know why? You just made Coach J.O.'s point, though.
Because it's his job. No, I'm proving my point. He's gotten better.
You proved J.O.'s point.
Okay. All right.
You definitely just proved J.O.'s point.
Okay. No problem. I proved his point. I got you.
I mean, you did though.
How did I prove your point by saying he got better? He's not it for Miami. Saying a player is just not it. Bronny might not be a it player for the Lakers. Let's be honest. I would personally rather have the Lakers put him together in a package deal right now with Bronny, Connect is playing very well. He has been actually giving people a reason to say, hey, he's a player to look at. Put him in a package deal with D'Lo, Connect, and Bronny, and let them go get a quote unquote formidable player, another third person to help AD, since everybody's focused on AD and wasting his prime years. Go get them a formidable player to partner up to make the current roster better. But as it sits, as this current roster sits, they may not have a chance this year because go ahead.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I can give you that. But you have Gary, OG, DC. I don't know. I don't want to butcher your name like that. DC Slim. None of y'all have answered the question yet. And I know you want to skip over and say, well, he got more basketball before him than behind him. But I just want this specific
but that's a fact.
question. No, okay, cool. Can I just change the question? From high school, college, up until the day he was drafted on June 27th. What did you see from Bronny's game? I want to hear his dad. I just want to know how he plays will make you think that he will be a NBA player or a good NBA. What did you see?
For me, nothing. Me personally, I think that Bronny didn't have enough film, especially after his heart condition. I didn't think he had enough film, personally.
Hey, DC Slim say the trash. I guess he's talking about the Dolphins. The roster is trash without him. I'm guessing he's talking about the quarterback. And in Nevin88 says Coach Scott needs to get up off my QB for the Dolphins. So there's a difference of opinion when it comes to this Dolphins team. But Coach Scott, you're giving your opinion on the matter. Why is that not just okay to do? You know what I mean? Because other people don't agree with you. But it's okay. It's all right. You're allowed to have your opinion, and they're allowed to have their opinion. Are you talking about the Lakers? All right, DC say somebody talk about the Lakers. Okay, cool. But the other comment was towards the Dolphins. But the point is, it shows that it's okay for us to have an opinion. But when somebody comes to tell you that your opinion don't have context and act like your opinion doesn't have a weight, and you're not allowed to have an opinion, which will pretty much trash your opinion, but defend the next man's opinion and find a reason to do so, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. We know DC you with Coach Scott because you're a LeBron fan. We got you.
No, I would just say hold a juxtaposition and be able to argue your point. But Coach J.O. asking me, does the 100 hours apply? Yeah, and here's how evident that it applies. He's gotten better from college. He's gotten better year over year statistically. He's gotten better. But is he the guy that will move the needle to take this team to a second and third round or a conference championship? He's not that guy. And
so in other words, the 100 hours don't matter at the end of the day. Them 100 hours it
matters as it pertains to the craft. Let's not play crazy, Coach JL. See, that's being disingenuous. You're a coach. You know better than that. You know better than that.
But
That's
when you were talking about Tua, you said he wasn't good.
You're being disingenuous.
You said Tua wasn't good. Like, you wasn't just talking about for the Dolphins, because I asked you about this quarterback and that quarterback.
He's never played for anybody but the Dolphins. That's all.
No, but you said he wasn't good.
Not for the Dolphins, no.
You didn't, but you didn't clarify that though, Coach Scott. You didn't say not for the Dolphins. You did just say he wasn't good. You wanted Dolphins to get rid of him.
Yes, that was your point.
Here's my point. He is not good enough to be a Miami Dolphin quarterback because he has a price tag that is coming up based on previous quarterbacks' signing days of $115 to $25 million plus dollars. No, Tua Tagovailoa is not worth $100+ million as a concussion case.
But who are you to say that?
You feel so? You just don't know football.
But wait. So, because if somebody feels their opinion that he is worth, like the comment we see in the chat, they feel so, then they don't know football. But yeah, if we feel like Bronny shouldn't be in the league, then all of this is just a bunch of contradictions going back and forth. Listen, let me read a couple comments, and then it's a bunch of contradictions. Let me read a couple comments, then we're gonna get our next viewer that's up on stage.
I think y'all are doing a bunch of conflation right now. You can't conflate one person's views because they may sit on the same aisle.
But we're asking you about what you said. We just simply said, does that same statement apply to the person over here? That's all we're doing. But let me read this. It says, I'm not. KD says they're trying to tell us what we see, we don't see. Facts. Yeah. That's pretty much what's going on. They're telling us we're not really, seeing this. I see Ballstolo says facts on something. I think he's referring to Coach Scott. He never said Bronny was better than half the NBA. We never said he did say that. I didn't say it. I said some. I read the tweet like several times. DC son, the son is better than his father in this situation. Are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about now. Coach O. Williams, Kobe copied his game from MJ. What are you talking about? I guess because somebody said Kobe's the GOAT. So let's move to who do we have next? We have G, then Eugene, and then drama therapy. G, and for everybody on the panel, the way we're doing it, we're going to give you 2 minutes. As soon as you start talking, your time will start. And after you finish, we'll give the coaches some time to respond to what you're saying. We ask all the other panelists just remain on mute until his time has passed, until we finish. All right, G, as soon as you start, your time will start. And the clock will be on the screen. You'll be able to see your 2 minutes counting down.
Hey, how y'all doing? This G from the other night. That last call, wow, boy, I tell you, that got my head swimming. It's like the LeBron James and all this situation is like if you're a black person and you say something bad about the Obama's presidency, you know what I'm saying? They're just it's logic is out the window.
Yep.
Like I said the other night, if you ask any of these LeBron James things about this or that or third, and simply say, if LeBron James was a UPS worker working 9 to 9 and Bronny was a regular kid that went to college, would you put him in the NBA? And if they be honest, the answer is no. Okay? And that's it. So all of this talk about Bronny James is because A, what his father did, and B, how they put him on the team. To be quite honest with you, when Bronny had the heart condition, I really thought that this was it for him. Like, I didn't even think that they would even try to push him to still play basketball because his daddy has enough money for generations upon generations for the kid's health. I really didn't think that he was even going to even try to play for the NBA because of his heart condition. But like I said, when you look at it logically, all these people that's been calling and bashing y'all, and the coach that y'all have on the panel that does talk about Bronny's son, if you listen to him talk, he talks from logic. He doesn't talk off emotions. He talks for logic. And if you ask him a question, he doesn't try to sugarcoat it and just talk over and be like, yeah. He'll say, yeah, you're right. He is one in a few. All these other fans, it's over their head. It's just over their head. And you can't have a logical conversation with him because logically, he should be NBA. Once you agree to that, understand that the only reason why he's there is the way that he got there. And to be told honest, if LeBron wouldn't have said what he had said, right? And let's just say,
all right, that's a 2 minutes. Go ahead and ain't playing.
No, I'm just saying, how he just let him go on and then just sign him as a free agent, and then, like you said, be quiet and let him do to see what he can do. Thank you.
Right. No, I agree with you. Coach Scott, Coach J.O., I'm gonna respond.
I got. So let me read this, and I'm responding to the brother. This is LeBron James in February 2024, this year, right when LeBron got dropped from the mock draft in 2024, and they put him on the 2025 mock draft. This was LeBron James' statement. He tweeted this: "Can y'all please just let the kid be a kid and enjoy college basketball? The work and results will ultimately do the talking, no matter what he decides to do. If y'all don't know, he doesn't care what a mock draft says. He just works. Earn, not give." Okay, we just got through talking about contradictions. But earlier, you said let the work speak for itself, LeBron. But then you tell us he's better than all these players in the NBA, but you say let the work speak for itself. And I'm asking the panel, I'm asking Coach Scott, I'm asking the callers, what was the work that was put in to suggest that Bronny should be an NBA player? That's what I'm asking.
Here's again, I don't understand what you're not hearing. Again, in my opinion, I'm get back with DC real quick. In my opinion, it was not enough film based off of the period of time he spent in college. He could have went back to college and had a better season to give him more rhythm, to give him more confidence, and to actually get back into a better shape for the NBA. That's me. But I'm not a basketball player. I'm not LeBron James. But now we are here. This is what's frustrating me with Coach J.O. We're here now. We are here. Damn USC, damn high school. We are here. He has a NBA contract. And Dominique was, she made some very, very strong points. But we are here now. Damn, he wasn't the best player on his high school team. We here. We at the Lakers right now. And over the past 2 games, we see he's transitioning into a better player. I'm not saying that he's a world beater right now. I'm not saying that he's a 20-point a game guy right now. But what I'm saying is his game has transitioned because he's knocking down shots that 3 games prior he flat out missed. Whether it was because of nerves, whether it was because pressure, whether it because he just didn't have his rhythm, all of the what ifs, we don't know. But what we do know is the last 2 games, he's looked better, he's had more confidence, and I can personally see where this kid has taken more time to focus on his shot, and that's why they're falling.
So the point of this live was to address everybody who's saying the haters are going to fall back now that Bronny's had 2 decent summer league games. No, and we're saying in this live, we have never hated on Bronny. We don't want to see Bronny fail. True. What we are saying in this live and what this live is meant to do is clarify the point that we're looking at Bronny and saying LeBron has given a false statement or made a false statement. He has advertised something that's not to be true. But in saying that, magically that's hate because we say the guy's not ready for, you gotta stay on mute till it's your time to talk. Magically in saying that, they're saying that, well, you guys are hating as if we're the only one saying this. And I'm going to read something because J.O. went back. I want to go back to, this was published, May 18, 2024. Fox News, LeBron James' son, Bronny, not getting love from the scouts. He is not an NBA prospect. One scout said to Spears, if the Lakers don't draft him, I don't see anyone taking him. It's not like we just coming on here hating. That's Fox News, right? We're simply saying, let's let him play. We've seen the improvement over the last 2 games. But just let him play. Now, all of a sudden, what you LeBron maniacs running around doing? Y'all trying to compare him to Jaylen Brown. And I'm drawing a blank. Come on. For Atlanta. What's his name? Trae Young. Now, they're posting their summer league stats next to Bronny's. All you're doing is adding more of a reason for people to stop and watch and look at the comparisons. And if you don't pan out, know what they're going to say? Well, guess what? Trae Young had the same slow start. Jaylen Brown had the same slow start. Bronny, you have no excuse. Just stop. Let them play. This ain't something. What we're saying ain't like Fox News didn't say it. It ain't like the Finals MVP didn't say it. It ain't like other NBA players didn't say it. It ain't like other coaches didn't say it. It's a fact. All right? It's a literal fact that he did not look like an NBA prospect. And it's also a fact that the last 2 games he has improved. All right, we give him that and we salute for that and shout out for that. Hopefully he continues to improve and hopefully he proves everybody to be wrong. No one wants to see you fail, but at the same time, hopefully your pops stopped putting the heat on you, because that's who truly put all eyes on you, was your pops. You already had enough eyes watching you as it is because you LeBron James' son. They're already going to be watching you because of that. Just imagine if Marcus Jordan came to the NBA and Jordan said not one word. They're going to be watching him just because his last name Jordan. And that's Michael Jordan's son. So knowing that, just let him play ball. That's it. But stop calling us haters because we said every same thing every other media outlet said, or showing you, and we're looking at the doggone TV, seeing that, hey, listen, yeah, it's not panning out. Let's just be real. Let's be real. Let's move to the next panelist. We have Eugene. All right, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Everybody else, please remain on mute. As soon as you start talking, just give us your thoughts. What are your thoughts on Bronny and his improvement?
Well, I love the show, guys. But first, I'll just say this: please stop having rabbit hole conversations with people, because I don't know what the caller was talking about. Like so think about his logic. He's saying you shouldn't have to speak on. I don't know what he was saying, but use that same logic, right? Use the same logic we talk about Kwame Brown or Darko Milicic, right? Remember, he couldn't play, right? But he was 18 when he got drafted, right? So we don't even. It's so much hypocrisy around this. Also, another hypocrisy point. Remember when LeBron went to New York City when they played the Knicks, and he was getting into Frank Ntilikina, I think that was his name, and the reason he was getting into him with him because he felt like the Knicks should have drafted Dennis Smith Jr. We forgot about that. We totally remember that. So it's very hypocritical to say let the kid play, but then you are interfering with other teams, and he had enough pressure as this in New York City, right? You didn't let the kid play. You made a spectacle of it, right? So it's just really interesting how some of these people, they come with these narratives and spin stuff. Again, I'm rooting for the kid. Anytime you have cardiac arrest and you just get thrusted into a professional spotlight like that, that is tough. Also, your last name is James. That is also tough. But
Facts.
These people who are coming behind the scenes and spinning stuff, like, remember Anthony Bennett? Where was this when he busted out the league, right? He was, 18, 19? And people were, Markelle Fultz, remember, he couldn't play. He couldn't shoot. He got ridiculed daily. LaMelo Ball, remember, he got to the NBA. He had enough. I think the last person that had enough pressure was like LaMelo Ball. He actually overcame it, but he had a lot of pressure on him. And I got one more point. This. We're talking about people's kids, right? When Zion was all over ESPN, how old was Zion? He was like 16, 17. We didn't hear nothing. Nobody said, "Oh, that's just too much pressure. Y'all talk about too much." You know why? Because he could play.
Yep.
And so that's the thing. We got to stop. Please stop having rabbit hole conversations with people who don't know what the heck they talking about. I love the show. Keep doing what y'all doing. I'm always for it.
He keep cooking every time he come up here. He just start cooking. He keep cooking. Hey, Eugene, we definitely appreciate it. But those are facts. But you know why? To add to it, we don't hear about, because their name wasn't James, and LeBron wasn't their daddy. And even when I read the Fox News report, DC Slim in the chat saying excuses. How the hell is that an excuse?
I agree with everything you said except the Ball brothers. The Ball brothers did.
I read it.
Get the same amount of scrutiny, brother.
But nobody came to their defense. That's the point he's making. Nobody came to their defense.
Their father did every time.
What about Victor Wembanyama? Did they not tear his head off when he came into the league? In the summer leagues, when he was messing up and not playing as well, and it's a bust, and he might not be as good as people think. It was a short stint that they was until he just turned it around on him. What about somebody? Let's go use some veterans. What about KD? When the media, Coach J.O., did the media not literally try and destroy KD's career?
No, they did. Like the way that people view KD's career is because of the media. It's because of the clutch sports media, to be exact.
And here's the point: nobody, even if you don't agree, Coach Scott, that his career wasn't destroyed, you know for a fact that the media did go in on KD for his transition to go to state. But
Nick, right?
Why nobody said, "Hey man, y'all hating on the black community. Hey man, y'all don't like black people. Hey man, y'all too hard on KD." What were all the LeBron maniacs during that time? Where were they during that time when other black men are being hated on? Where were the LeBron maniacs when LeBron James, although they don't want to admit this, helped get Darvin Ham fired? Ain't that taking a job from another black man? Right? What happens with these things? Right? Or can we just let it be basketball? Can we just say, hey, the superstar player didn't want that coach anymore, and he helped get rid of him. He told him I wanted him to go because he didn't want the coach anymore. Or, hey, the superstar KD, he just made a bad choice or a choice that most people probably thought he shouldn't have made by going to Golden State. Or these other players come into the leagues and summer leagues, they're just not playing as well. Why can't we just go that route? And then when that applies also to anybody who has the name James, why can't we just keep it that way? Why we got to be haters? And why we got to hate his father? I don't even know his daddy. I ain't never met the man, and neither do you. And you probably never will, and I probably never will. But go ahead.
Listen to this though, Bye. Listen to this. Since Coach J.O. is the hater, right? The youngest son, Bryce James, I watch him play. He
facts.
He got it. He's got it.
Actually has what I can see. I can see an NBA skill set. I can see it. I can see it. He's 6'4", he's long, he can score, he can shoot.
He's got it.
So
it's always that little brother too. It's always that little brother.
With hate. I'm just looking at Bronny. That's all. I watched him since he been young. I didn't see it. I'm not saying Bryce James is gonna go to be this great player either, but I do see NBA qualities in his game.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Let's talk about Bryce a little bit since you brought him up. Hey, the next person, who got next in line? We got who was next? J Matt was next, right? Check this out. Hey, J Matt, when you come up, I want you to I think Coach Scott got something you want to say too before you go, but I want you to add into your response about Bronny. Do you think he's doing better? What's your thoughts? But Bryce, that's a good conversation because I think I've been looking at him and I think that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Hey, listen, I want to see him. That's the one. Now, if you're talking about expectations, I got expectations.
Yeah.
I want to see him. I think not that he's going to come in and be the superstar first year in, and probably not like his daddy, but I think even he can grow. If he don't come in like that, he may grow. But like Coach J.O. just said, he got a package. He got a package. But go ahead, Coach.
Hey, man. No, the young man has the it. He's got it. His dog factor is there. His body is there. He's gonna do nothing but get bigger, and the kid can work inside and outside. So, like Coach Dale said, he has a package. He has something that he's coming to the table with that was different than his brother. His brother didn't impose his will as it. He's not a specimen. He doesn't walk in the room and you go, hey, that's an NBA player. He looks like a just tall kid. But his brother, 100%. Look, he's got it.
Yeah.
He's got the it factor.
But you see how we just did that about it. You see how but why is it that people can only take praise? You can't have one without the other.
Because we halfway hate LeBron. We hate him halfway, so then we got to hate on Bronny and not Bryce.
Didn't I just say he was different than his brother?
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm not just talking about you. I'm just saying that people think that you can only be praised, and you can be criticized as well. It's life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's life. All of us get criticized, but for some reason, the billionaire athlete can't get criticized at all.
That's why he's a billionaire. He's smart now. He's definitely conquered the media. He definitely got that mug in the headlocks. And whoever say anything about me, we heard Kendrick Perkins. We heard Stephen A. Smith talk about how Clutch Sports will come to them if they say anything negative or something they don't agree with. They send people to reporters to stop them from saying these things. Now, DC Slim, you can say what you want, but that's on record, homie. That's on record. Both of them are on record saying that they will send people to you to say, hey, why are you talking about? That's what LeBron has done. He has conquered the media. That's why you can't give your fair opinion, J.O., and your fair opinion is going to be hate, and you shouldn't give an opinion, but the next man has the right to give an opinion, but you just can't give it because when you give it, it's you hate his daddy. But yet, I think you like Bryce, so I don't know if you hate his daddy. I don't know. Maybe you don't hate his daddy. But wait, you hate Bronny, so you do hate his daddy.
Do I hate his dad?
It just gets confusing after a while.
God, it's crazy, man. I've never seen nothing like it before. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. But speaking on Bryce, hey, J Mac, it's on you. As soon as you start talking, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Just the time will be on the screen so you can see it ticking down. But also throw Bryce in there too. What's your thoughts on him as well? Go ahead.
All right, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, awesome. So I'll start off with Bryce real quick. He's had a last couple of good games. Got some buckets to drop. I don't think anybody can say that he can never hit a bucket. That still doesn't mean that he belongs in the NBA or he belongs on that level. That still doesn't mean that, I can get off. Trust me, I'm 56 now. If you leave me open enough, I'm gonna get off some good shots.
You ain't gonna get off no NBA shot at 56. You're not gonna get no NBA shot.
If you leave me open enough, I will. Now, if you leave me open, yeah. So, but anyway, I want to say that last call that was going kind of nuts on y'all. Ask him if he had an opinion about Tim Tebow being an NFL quarterback. I'm curious because a lot of people said Tim Tebow was not an NFL quarterback. And yours truly, I thought he may have been a good running back or fullback or something. But shout out to Kwame Brown. Shout out to Marcus Jordan. Shout out to Sharif O'Neal. Shout out to Scottie Pippen Jr. What's the difference between all those players? None of their daddies try to force any team to sign them to a long-term deal or force them on a league. Hey, they may say, "Hey, can you give my son a shot? Can you take a look at him? Let him come get a tryout." There's nothing wrong with that. Calling up exec, say, "Hey, give my boy a tryout." And if he passes, he passes. If he don't, he don't. The GOAT, who I consider the GOAT himself, never pushed his son. And his son could actually hoop. I would say Marcus Jordan can hoop better than Bronny. Looking at Marcus Jordan's college, looking at his college highlights. So that's my speed. I think that people are going, LeBron fans are going overboard with this, and I'm gonna land on this. Yes, it's an indictment on LeBron because he the one that hyped up his son, and he the one that forced the Lakers to sign him. And if Bronny is getting, I'm gonna ask you guys this question. I'll land on this. Who on that Lakers roster do you all think Bronny should be getting more minutes than, or still in minutes from? The number one pick or anybody else on that bench? And I'll mute myself.
Ooh, Bronny should be in the D League, man. I'll let the coaches answer before y'all answer, Rick. My bad, Coach Scott. Before you answer real quick, I'm going to read this quick statement by DC Slim. He said, "I bet you won't call LeBron and tell me his son trash." I don't remember Coach Scott, Coach J.O., myself. Nobody ever said the man was trash. It's like no matter what you say to these LeBron fans, they going to hear what they want to hear. But go ahead, Coach Scott.
Your question was who can Bronny get minutes over?
Yes, sir. Who on the Lakers roster should Bronny is better, and shall I say better than, or should, get more minutes than anybody? I mean, anybody on that bench that you believe that Bronny should get minutes over, including their number one pick. I think he was picked at number 15, if I'm not mistaken.
Number 17.
No, 17.
Yeah.
Yep. So my answer, clean and clear, is nobody. Bronny should be in a package deal with Connect and D-Lo, so they can free up about $35 million and go get them a bona fide third player. That's what they need
DC Slim. You better put that chat in the comment section. Call Coach Scott a hater. He said trade Bronny. He wants you to get rid of Bronny. He hate his daddy. Coach Scott, you hate LeBron.
Hey man, I hate bad deals.
Facts.
I protect the bank money, and I know enough to know not to do nothing bad. That's bad. Let's make a deal. Let's get it right. Let's make it right.
Facts. All right, Coach J.O.
Think about this, right? Dominique was on the show last week, and she mentioned this is not nepotism. This is narcissism.
Stop.
Hold on. Now that I think about it, this isn't narcissism. This is elitism. This is what this is. This is elitism. Now, do Coach J.O. do I have a problem with elitism? It's neither here nor there right now. But what we see is elitism. That's just what it is.
Coach J.O.
What?
It's elitism.
Yes. That's exactly what this is.
Come on, bro.
No. Where am I going? This is what it is. It's elitism. LeBron, like this is the problem though. LeBron, y'all don't have a problem with the power that LeBron has.
Is LeBron a part of the Illuminati?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Probably. I mean, it wouldn't shock me. Okay, but this is the thing. We all know LeBron James is the most popular athlete probably in American team sports right now. Okay, he has control, he has power, and he can do things. As DC Slim came up here and said, if he has the power to get his son, nothing is wrong with this. Okay, cool. So why, with that power comes criticism? It comes like, why are we so sensitive? We are supposed to be full grown men and everybody just so sensitive because somebody gets criticized. Somebody get criticized.
Coach, I'm gonna tell you now, you got to keep that same energy for your nephew.
That's fine. I'm gonna keep it.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
But this is the thing. But this is the thing. He will tell you sometimes I can turn him off with how critical I am of him.
Correct. Oh,
okay.
I understand. I understand that part. But what I'm saying is, in that, you know what you pour into him. You know how much you put into him one-on-one. You see the grind. You see where he's going. You see what he's capable of. But when you make a harmless, supportive Facebook post, then it's, if someone does not feel what you said is validated enough, they're gonna come for a 7-year-old in lieu of coming for you.
That's
and
fine.
That's what I'm saying.
But this is the thing, right? Whether he's 7, whether he's 17, whether he's 27, it's fine.
Right.
It's a part of manhood. Men get criticized. It's a part of it. Why are we running from it?
I have a question for Coach Scott and DC, who just literally typed in the chat. He hates LeBron. He says, I hate LeBron, but he's been saying we hate LeBron all the time. I'm so confused. But I have a question. Let's say this is all boxing, and LeBron was considered to be one of the greatest boxers ever. And he told all the boxers, man, my son better than, I'm watching these boxing matches, and my son better than some of these cats I'm watching. Do y'all think that would be a good move for him to say this? He has the same level of boxing as he has in basketball, right? Would it be a good idea for LeBron to say that then?
So
no, not even boxing, UFC, MMA fighting, and he has the same level of MMA fighting that he has now in basketball. Yeah, would it be a good thing for him to say in MMA fighting that my son will beat some of y'all? Some of y'all, I'm watching my son will beat y'all. Y'all ain't. Would y'all say LeBron? Oh, he's just been a good father.
Okay, so let me. I'm gonna answer your question. No, I don't think that would be smart. But here's my question. Because it can sound this way. I'm not saying I know the intent of the question, but it can sound this way. Are we critiquing his parenting skills, or are we critiquing what he said about his son right now?
We are critiquing what he's saying about his son. The LeBron James Phantomaniacs take it into him being a good father. We never bring up the fatherhood. I'm just asking about the tweet and how it translated into the basketball on the court. But since they want to bring up the fatherhood, I'm just giving an example. Then would it be good for him to say, hey, Gregor McConnor, my son better than you. He'll beat your ass. Would that be smart? No, we know that wouldn't be smart. If he has the same level of fighting skills that he has on the basketball court, he needs to grow and learn and not be thrown out there in the fire. I'm just saying that, hoping that people can get the picture that just let him grow. Don't stir the wolves up. He already has a target on his back because he's LeBron James' son. Don't go get the red and white paint and paint an even bigger target for people to come and aim at him even more to make him an easier target. Just let him grow. That's the only point we're trying to make this entire time.
I got you, man. And you know, I love sports for the fact that even though they're so vastly different, they're all the same. And I think that this runs a little bit into, if we look at it, it can parallel to the Caitlin Clark thing. Like, she didn't say anything, and you know, her fans and everything is, you know, her Fanny Maniacs are, she's being bullied and she's being pushed around, but the reality of it is she still got to go out every night and play, and she's putting up a campaign for herself. And in that, it don't matter what people say. You still got to play between the lines. And in basketball, Bronny's going to have to play between those lines, whether his dad's at the game or whether his dad's not at the game.
I don't think that matched. And the reason I don't think it matched because Caitlin Clark, I mean, if we want to compare the college careers of her and Bronny, she was like miles and mountains on top of Bronny. All right. And she's bringing attention based on her play. She was bringing attention based on her play. And then she started making the little gestures with the hand in front of the face. And then she went up against Angel Reese. And then she did the hand thing. And then it became a big story. So something was said or done to make this turn to her. That goes back to the point of I'm making. LeBron, don't do or say anything to put extra attention on Bronny. Yes, you want to play with him. That's awesome. I think that's an awesome feat. Shout out and salute to LeBron for that. That's an awesome feat that you accomplished that nobody else is ever going to probably never do again, right? But in doing so, hopefully you knew that your son is not on that ready level yet. Maybe you're just talking. But if you know that, don't put a bullseye on his back for people to come aiming at him because they're going to. Are there LeBron haters? Yes. That's just a fact. Do I consider myself one? No. I've never said anything personally about this man. It's always been sports. Do I critique? Yes. So there are haters and those who critique. Now, either one, no matter who you are, they're there. You're opening up your son to this situation where he could be hated on or critiqued even more harshly based off what you're saying that these people should expect. You should expect this great NBA player. Okay, I'm looking for this great NBA player. And then when I don't see him, I'm going to say something. I don't see him. That's the point. So with Caitlin Clark, I don't think that's a fair comparison. That she was miles ahead of Bronny James.
You still got to realize that there's, you know, this it's a difference between women and men's basketball. Let's be clear about that. But I get what you're saying as far as the career and the acclaim.
The career and the attention, she was miles ahead. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. But as it pertains to the type of scrutiny from day one, yes, I would say it's similar, and you just got to play through it. You just got to really focus up and play through it, and that shows more mental toughness and fortitude than anything.
Listen, man. Again, I want Bronny James to do well. I don't have a lot of hope that he will. We got two more. Oh, we got two more people back here. We got to get up. My bad, y'all. I'm coming to y'all right now. I don't have a lot of confidence or faith that he will do well. But I do believe his brother is coming. I do believe his brother may be him. All right. I have a lot of expectations for him. And if he's not him, then that's cool. That's cool. But I think he is going to be a great player. And that's me maybe overhyping it myself, but that's just my belief. I'm not going to go out and say he is going to do it. I believe he is. Hopefully he do. That's who I want to see play is Bryce. I think he's going to do well. Real quick, hey, listen, make sure y'all hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Hit the subscribe button. If you want to support the podcast, the platform, the Cash App is pinned in the chat. Definitely make sure you support. Share also. Share. We're still in our infancy stages, so not a lot of people know about the platform, and a lot of people we do meet and get a chance to talk to, they definitely say they enjoy the platform, and they just found us a week ago or so ago, whatever. So we definitely appreciate those people, but if y'all can help us help more people discover the platform, we would definitely appreciate any super chat donations. We would definitely shout you out in appreciation. We got on the back drama therapy. What's your thoughts on Bronny, is he improving? And don't forget to give me your thoughts on Bryce. Do you think he's going to be a good player in the league? And when you start talking, your 2 minutes to start, the 2 minutes will be on the screen so you can see when it's counting down. So that way you know when it's running out. The 2 minutes are ending. Ready? What's on you?
Yeah, you can't. There's no way to tell if Bronny is improving because we would need to allow another team or another second round pick to get into a game to have the green light to shoot as much as they want, to take as many, to do whatever they want on the court and see how they fare. He's number 55. Like, there should be no expectation of him. He should not be on a court at all. That girl Dominique had it right. One of the callers had mentioned something about elitism. Dominique was actually right. This is pure narcissism, and elitism is like a subtrait of narcissism. All of this is just for LeBron's vanity. Like, when you look at like the traits of a narcissist, the grandiosity, the belief that others are envious of you, and you envy other people, the arrogance, the exploiting other people, the belief that you're special and exceptional, the preoccupation with brilliance and wealth and being powerful, all of the traits that you can say, this is who LeBron is. His son is just another piece of that. He doesn't even care. He wants his son to do well, but it's more about him. This is LeBron's legacy. Like all of this is just another feather in his cap, and that's why Jaylen Brown even made that statement that it's a flex to be able to have your son in the league. Yeah, it's a flex for LeBron, and it's a shame that his son, who is a gamer and will probably be one of the best gamers that there is out there, has to try to fill his father's shoes. And he had to grow up. He didn't have the genetic blessings of his dad. So he did not grow up with an NBA skill set. LeBron did not. LeBron doesn't have an NBA skill set to even pass down to his son. Kyrie had Rod Strickland to show him how to handle the ball. Steph had Del Curry to show him how to shoot a ball. LeBron can't dribble. LeBron can't shoot. He can't teach power and speed to his
time is up.
That's the 2 minutes. But listen, he was cooking though.
I'm on your head.
He was cooking though.
No, he wasn't cooking.
He was cooking.
He wasn't cooking. His food was burning.
Coach Scott say time is up. Time is up.
Drama therapy. How dare you? You made a lot of assumptions in that soliloquy you just dropped off, but. We love it, man. Appreciate you for calling in and kind of giving your views, but I don't agree. I think that you're placing a lot of prudence into a person saying they believe in their child, and how we make that about them and how we turn it into narcissism.
Nonsense, Coach.
How we turn that into narcissism. I don't know, bro. That's a bit much. That's a bit much, bro.
Coach God.
Well, I can tell you about narcissism just by going down the line of comments that LeBron has made for me to put him in the category of a narcissist. And so, yeah, his son being inside the league when he clearly does not deserve to be there, that's elitism. You made some calls. You threatened people to get him on a team or you're leaving. You threatened other teams not to grab him up because you want him with you. How is that not elitism?
How do you know he threatened people?
No, like that happened.
Bob Myers came out and said they told other teams, if you draft Bronny, he is going to Australia. That's not a threat.
That's facts.
Like that happened.
So why did it?
Hey, Coach Scott. Coach Scott, hold on. Let me do this real quick. He just cooked you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is the problem with these LeBron extremists is that LeBron extremists turn into these cult members to where they can't see truth. It's the same exact. This personality traits is the same exact as Donald Trump's. That's why you have these fanatics growing, and they don't even allow you to have freedom of speech anymore. They tell you you're a hater if you say one thing that's a critical comment of somebody. It's the same thing. Narcissism.
Now let me say this though, brother. Now I got to push back on the narcissism thing, right?
Okay.
Now, is LeBron James a narcissist? Yeah,
yes,
he is. But I don't have a problem with that, right?
That's
but what I do, It's okay. It's okay to feel like you're the best.
Who's
It's
your
okay
favorite player, Drama? Who's your favorite player?
Hold on,
Kobe.
Coach.
Narcissist. Okay,
Go ahead. But Coach, that don't make it any better.
Yeah, he's a narcissist, but go ahead.
That don't take away from the narcissist. That don't take away from it.
What?
Go ahead.
But the point I'm making is, it doesn't matter if LeBron's a narcissist. Okay, if he fit the best, he does that, he's flamboyant, blase, right? The problem that I have is you can't walk around as a narcissist. You can't walk around as a narcissist and then try to hide from criticism. You can't do that.
Who didn't do that?
You cannot do that. Criticism is coming. If you feel like you're the best, you run your mouth all the time, criticism is coming. You can't.
LeBron ducks criticism every day of his life.
Say it again.
I said LeBron has ducked criticism every day of his life. Go
I know.
back
I can
and
agree.
Look at every finals. Okay.
Yeah. We're on the same page with that. I'm just pushing back on the narcissism part. I don't have a problem with that, but I do have a problem with the accountability that comes with that. Cool. Mm-hmm. Be arrogant all you want to. I don't have a problem with arrogant men, but I do have a problem with crybabies. You know, when the criticism comes, you want to cry about it. It is what it is. You can't have one without the other.
Facts.
So you're saying that
Slim.
LeBron is the crybaby. Right?
Hold on, real quick, drama therapy.
No, not only he's a crybaby, his fans are crybabies. Then they
hold on, real quick. DC Slim, shout out for the $10 super chat. Hey, DC wanna get on our head so bad. He wanna tell us off so bad. He put a super chat and said, "I'm hearing a lot of envy." Oh, by the way, pause. No Diddy, I didn't mean that. I thought about it. I had to think for a second.
Oh my!
I'm hearing a lot. It came back to me later after I said, anyway. I'm hearing a lot of envy and jealousy. All of a sudden, y'all worried about roster spots. Jordan and Kobe were narcissists. They probably were. I'm not going to fight you on that. I could probably say, you know what, DC, you probably got a point on that one. I'm not going to sit here and say he wasn't. I mean, if it's true, it's true. That's what I can do, DC. I can say if something is true and if I really believe it's true, even though I feel like Jordan's a GOAT. I can't say he's a narcissist though. Yes, I can. If he is, he probably is one. I think Jordan is an a-hole, first and foremost. So anybody who have never heard me say it, I've said it plenty of times on the show. I think he's an a-hole. I'm not a fan of Jordan off the court. If I seen Jordan right now in my neighborhood and I'm walking down the street and I see Jordan, I would not ask him for an autograph. Probably I might say hi, if that, and keep walking. I'm not a Jordan person. But is that going to make me say I don't see what I see on the court? No, I see what I see on the court. I know the man is the GOAT. I mean, I got to be real. I'm not going to lie about it. Same thing about this whole Bronny situation. You know, I don't hate LeBron, but is that going to make me not say what I see on the court? No, I'm going to say what I see. And it is what it is. I'm keeping it 100. But I appreciate the super chat. We appreciate the super chat. Definitely appreciate it. Anybody else, if you want to donate to the platform, and the Cash App is pinned inside of the chat. And, you know, not Facebook. Hopefully don't block me for saying that. YouTube, you know, they take like 40% of that. So if y'all want to support the platform, definitely the Cash App is pinned. It is simply $GOAT debate. And definitely we want to give you a shout out if you do decide to support the platform. But let's get back to the panel. Hey, Drama Therapy, appreciate it. Let us go ahead and jump down to Henry and get Henry in here. I know he's been waiting for a while, man. We going on 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I appreciate your Drama Therapy. You can still hang around for a second. We could be here for a few more minutes. If you want to jump back in here, let me just get him in here really quickly. Right. Henry, again, 2 minutes. Once you start talking, you have your 2. Man, no, I just thought about this. Nobody's answered the Bryce question in y'all answers. Y'all supposed to Bronny. Nobody said anything about Bryce. So, Drum, I'm coming back to you for the Bryce answer. Henry, how's Bronny looking to you? And what do you think about Bryce? Keep an eye on the screen. Your 2 minutes be on the screen. You can see when it's getting low. It's going to start when you start talking.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My thought. So the first, I think his first 5 performances, I think it was pretty clear that he was struggling a lot, and he wasn't really moving with the ball. He wasn't really moving without the ball as far as his activity. And with these last 2 games, I think you can see that he's been more active without the ball and cutting more and getting more buckets instead of, just solely relying on his jump shot and his 3-ball. And I think that's kind of helped him out. So I mean, you still gotta gauge it.
Facts. Okay. You got another minute left. That's where you want to end at.
Yeah. Hold on. No, my bad. Yeah, and I was just gonna say, you gotta gauge it because it's still summer league and the competition really still ain't what he gonna be really seeing once he out there. I think he could benefit by just moving off the ball, by being out there with like players like Bron, which has excellent vision, and like AD when he experiences double teams. If he out there and he stay active off the ball, I think he'd be all right. But I still don't know about him holding his own on defense with them guards because he's still gonna be getting cooked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good point. And I agree with you on that, brother, wholeheartedly. And I'm on record saying that. That's why, like, I don't know why people can't hear me when I say Bronny knows how to play basketball. He does. He understands basketball. And like you say, he will benefit from playing with better players. But the problem is, and which you just said as well, he was hyped up like being this great defender. I don't see it. I don't see the great defense. I don't see like, oh, this cat can be a great. Like, he looks lost to me on defense. He's been looking lost.
Yeah, especially like when you gotta think like the guards and even the twos, like, because the NBA is all about pick and roll, getting the mismatch. So if they see Bronny struggling, they gonna pick on him when he out there all game. They're gonna run a screen and roll. They're gonna get the switch, and they're gonna pick on him. So he gonna have to get stronger. Gonna have to work on his jump shot, of course. And yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's gonna be a process with him, man. It's not gonna happen this year. I don't think they're gonna put him out there, but I don't think it's gonna happen this year.
I don't think he's gonna be out there, brother. I don't think Bronny will average 10 minutes in the NBA this year. I don't think he'll average 10.
What about Bryce?
Then,
y'all running from Bryce.
About Bryce. No, I was just finna get to that. Yeah, and Bryce, I just think just solely based off of he was blessed with more height than Bronny, so I just think that automatically puts him like more prone to like have success in the league, and this with his attributes and his athleticism, I think he'd be better off to get off to a better start than Bronny. But yeah, I think Bryce should be cool.
That's what it is, man. It's like the little brothers, and me and Coach Scott, man, we know Wilfork. Y'all, you familiar with Vince Wilfork, New England Patriots defensive lineman?
Football player.
Yeah. So we were good friends, best friends growing up, and believe it or not, Vincent was not. He's a little brother. David is the big brother, and every time we played football, we were scared of David. Don't let David hit you. But Vincent just kind of sprouted over David, and Vincent ended up going to Miami, and he went to the league, and the rest is history. But it's always that little brother. Like, the little brothers grow up bigger than the big brothers. Like, Vincent and David stood next to each other side by side. It's a major difference. I'm not gonna say a major difference, but there's a difference. It's a noticeable difference. That's what I see in Bryce and Bronny. I think it's going to be that little brother that's just going to take it and just just go with it. Now, no, that's not to say the big brother couldn't do it, because David could have definitely went to the league and played ball, but for personal reasons, he decided to stay behind, which I won't say on air because it ain't my business to say. But so the big brother still can play, but little brother, had that spark as well. Got a lot of spark.
Yeah, and I just want to say this again, because I really don't think people really understand like that tweet that Bron put out. So I don't know where he was at or what state of mind that Bron was in, because he out in Cali, so they got the smoke out there. So I really don't know what was going on when he released that tweet. He should have known people was going to drive that into the ground. You cannot say nothing like that, Bron.
I don't think LeBron has the right person around him to say, LeBron, hey, shut up. Like what do you call them people who tells you to sit back and be quiet? Don't say that. Or how to fix your image. The personal, what are they called?
Publicists.
Yeah. Somebody has to tell LeBron.
He needs a fixer.
Yeah, like, hey, be quiet, LeBron. LeBron, you can't say that. LeBron, you can't do it. LeBron, just sit back, because you are a mega star, LeBron. if you drop your pen out your hand when you was writing on a piece of paper, people gonna look.
Man, Bron make a left turn in his ride. They gonna post it. Like anything.
They gonna post
anything
it.
This man doing.
And people be like, "Well, that ain't fair." You know, he has a life too. Listen, I should be able to walk down in the hood with my diamond watch and diamond necklace on with no bodyguards, but that ain't the reality. I can't do it. I'm gonna need some protection. You just can't go everywhere. That ain't the reality. You know what I'm saying?
So I think that's where a lot of it come from too, man. That tweet coupled with like Bronny really ain't showed nothing at all when he first came out Summer League. So it's a combination of things, man. But he just keep his head down and keep working. It'd be all right. I don't know what people are expecting because still you gotta look at the Summer League competition versus like what he really gonna be seeing. So kind of hard to gauge it, man. Like okay, he had 12 points, he had 13 points. He looked better, but I really don't know how you gauge that though. I don't know. It's hard.
Right. All right. Let's get Drama. Hey, Drama, what's your thoughts on Bronny? Not Bronny. Bryce.
Bryce got a chance just because of his frame. It really depends on how much taller he's going to get, and if he does get taller, then who's he modeling his game after? As long as he don't try and model his game after his dad, if he finds like somebody that can actually teach him a skill that matches his size and his athleticism, he's got a real chance. But he looks good. I mean, from what I've seen, the clips I've seen from him now, he's looking pretty good. So,
hey, you know what it suck, Drama? You know what it suck?
Huh?
You know what it really suck?
Well, what?
If Bryce modeled his game after Jordan.
Oh,
I'm just playing.
But that would be the smart thing. And that's not even to say like to hate or anything like that. Like you have to look at people that have who have like great footwork. Like Embiid looked at a lot of Hakeem Olajuwon. Like you know what I mean? What can you look at from LeBron and say, all right, I got to take this and model my game after? He's just a blessed superhuman. We can't model that after that.
Well, here's the thing I will say about LeBron though. I don't think LeBron is the most skilled player. I really don't. I don't think it's people be like, oh, what do LeBron do better than Jordan? What does Jordan do better than LeBron? A whole lot of stuff. I don't think LeBron's the most skilled player. But in his defense, for him to not to be the most skilled player, to accomplish what he has accomplished, that is freaking major. He's not the best shooter. He's not the best dribbler. I mean, he is a specimen, but he still ain't the biggest person on the court. But to be the all-time scoring leader, to be top 10 in assists and rarely was a top 100 somewhere in rebounds, what he's accomplished, I got to give him props for that. Because he did very well for himself. He did very well for himself.
Would you still give him props if you knew that every team and every situation you go to, you have the ultimate green light. You control everything that happens with the ball when it happens. How much nobody can say anything at all to you, and you're superhuman. And there's probably some little needles and juicing going on somewhere that's keeping your body in tip-top shape. Would you still have the same respect?
Yes, and let me tell you why. Because when I'm saying that, I'm talking purely basketball. I'm separating basketball from everything else. I'm just talking about basketball and basketball alone. And that's what a lot of LeBron fans, like, DC Slim, can't understand, that I'm only talking basketball, not anything outside of that. So when I'm saying for just a skill, to not be as skilled as a Jordan, not to be as skilled as a Kobe or Carmelo, I would say he did a hell of a job just for his skill level that everybody say he doesn't have. Like, we got to admit, he did do a hell of a job on that. So I know it's other things, other factors. I'm not even addressing those, though. So I'm just purely talking basketball and basketball alone.
That's fair.
All right. Hey, well, listen, man, we have been here for almost 3 hours. We definitely love live streaming. It's definitely fun. We definitely appreciate everybody who came up on the panel, man. We hope y'all catch us on the next live stream, which will be Tuesday at 8:30. We go live every Tuesday at 8:30. We may have a random live like tonight. We just went live because, we wanted to discuss this topic. But Tuesday nights at 8:30 is definitely our time to go live. And again, man, definitely support the platform. Please hit the like button, share button if you haven't done so already. Share the platform. We're still in our infancy. We're trying to let people know we're here. So far, man, we get a lot of positive feedback about the platform. People enjoy the platform. Even people like DC Slim, who likes to tell us that's a lie and we haters. He likes this platform. He like to come rock with it. Hey, Coach J.O., Coach Scott, he like us. He won't admit it. He won't admit it, but he like us.
I like DC, man. I like
DC too. He just lying. I like it too, but I know he lying. He definitely a LeBron fan. Hey, listen, shout out to the chat, man. DC Slim, IB, KD. I'm trying to go up. Coach O Williams, and if I missed you, shout out to you as well. Thank y'all for participating and coming in here and just chilling with us tonight, man. So we also, we release videos, we upload, and we go live. So make sure y'all subscribe, tell your friends, your neighbors, man, even tell your aunties and uncles, man, that we here. Y'all come support the platform. We'll catch y'all next time. Man, y'all have a good night.
Peace.